Welcome everyone to a night out on the DL. This is session 29. Oh no, we're almost hitting the 30s. I'm not even 30 years old yet. All right, BigYin, you can take it away with a recap if you would like.
Yeah, sounds like fun. I mean, shit. Next thing we know, we'll be giving Matt, the god of D&D, Matt Mercer, a run for his money.
Nope.
30
Don't say
episodes.
that. Listen,
Kind of exciting.
Don't say that, dude. I'm nervous as fuck. He's gonna
I
come.
am
He's gonna come
challenging
find
Matt
me.
Mercer to a fucking throwdown.
He's gonna come
That's
find
it.
me, and then the game just won't exist anymore. They'll find me.
I will wrestle Travis Willingham to the ground and destroy him.
I think yeah, maybe. I think we all just die. But hey, what do I know?
Okay, so lots of things happened in the last session. There was a little B&E, a little bit of property damage, a lot of discussion and information gathering. Let me kind of pull up those old notes here because a lot happened, and I can't remember it all, and I'm going to inevitably make mistakes, but it's going to be fun.
Well, that's what the DM is for, to help you with your mistakes.
Yeah, so basically, Elwarin talked me down. Said like, look, just chill out for 48 hours. There are magical ways of getting in touch with our family. We're gonna figure this out because some shit's happening that you haven't heard yet. That's kind of important. And so I was like, fine, whatever. Let's just let me go away and clear my head. Go figure out how we're gonna talk to our family, and then come find me. And I told them where I was gonna be. So with all this, Elwarin and Ulrich have a talk, and they went off and talked, and Elwarin they went and talked to Garth, and Garth said they should go find the town criers, kind of like a group of like traveling magicians or wizards that are on rotation around the different towns, and they use the sending spell to talk to each other and pass messages to people who have contracts with the town criers. So, with all this information, they go off and find me, tell me what's going on, and I'm like, fine, let's go do this. And so, Ulrich goes off to sleep because, well, he had been out scouting the night before and needed a nap, perfectly understandable. And so it's Elwarin, myself, and Cromwell because, well, our good buddy our good buddy Lando decided to go and see if he could drink anyone under the table at the swinging sword. And so there are 4 houses, all of which had like weird residual magic and kind of vibes, and of course the BigYin, kind of being interested in knowledge, basically had to go check them all. And the first one, he couldn't get in. The door was locked. Couldn't see anything on the inside. And Cromwell got so fed up he kicked the bloody door in. This led to some interesting shenanigans. We had to eventually try and convince some passing merchants that we were, lost and looking for the town criers for some reason, and that we weren't locals. We had no idea what was going on. They did notice that we had kicked in, that a door had been kicked in, and had been just nonchalantly kind of hauled back into place. So it was, and the door frame had been damaged. It was not a very convincing repair job at all, Anyways, we finally find the town crier. The guy's name is Garfield the Wizard. He's kind of obsequious and oily, and kind of looked down on Elwarin. After a bit of bartering, and oddly enough, Elwarin was the one who sealed the deal on that one. Because of his family connections to the Emerald Enclave, got us 50 gold, a 50 gold fee, and if we put in a good word, got the Emerald Enclave to put in a good word with the wizards over in Neverwinter for a free spell. And so that whole thing happened, and we end up talking with Mikhail. There's been a big fight. 5 giants and a bunch of orcs attacked the BigYin's family village. Not exactly a good thing. The Emerald Enclave and the Dwanda clan both showed up, and the High Elves were roused into the defense of the forest. And all in all, there was a big fight. The Hill Giant, apparently, when the Hill Giants and some other giants that had been had metal protruding from inside them, we'd seen that before. Apparently, the Firbolgs decided to try and talk to the giants and just convince them just to kind of wander the fuck off somewhere else. That didn't exactly work. Jameson got his head crushed in, so that was fun. Ultimately, the combined forces of Firbolgs and elves were enough to drive the orcs and giants back. And apparently, this retreat is going to Grudhag or Grudhog. Grudhog. I decided to switch to Draconic because I learned it from Mikhail, and brought up the idea that it might be a good idea to meet at Grudhog and the Giant's Fortress. And apparently, me being the druid that I am and not realizing that some wizards probably do speak Draconic, Grudhog, Garfield actually kind of listened to the whole thing, and after our mess sending was done, before he killed the spell, he actually asked what we planned on doing with the cultists, and I looked at him and said, destroy them to the man. And he said that we should bring our friends, and by that I mean I believe he means Ulrich and Lando, to the house.
Out Cromwell like that. That's rough.
And Cromwell. I figured Cromwell was outside, so we would have told Cromwell. But he thinks we should bring Cromwell. Okay. Well, he figured we should bring Cromwell, Lando, and Ulrich to have a discussion about what to do with the cultists. Elwarin and I then decided to go see Valivo, see if there's anything useful there. And apparently, we bought some books, which were useful, or at least useful to me and useful to Elwarin. And then we kind of showed him the letter to see if he had any thoughts on it. And apparently, I definitely got a talking to about this afterwards, but Valibo's general reaction was nonplussed. He was not exactly happy with the idea that we had been interacting with the guys over at the Spire, the Wind Cultists. And I basically said we had been hired for a job, and we got paid, but we weren't exactly friends. And the letter was more or less to kind of allay any suspicions that we were, just ne'er-do-wells. Actually, no, I didn't say that, but whatever. Then Valivo, Valivo suggested we shouldn't trust them, and then he asked about the books. He said, he asked us what happened with the books. He actually inquired about Useless and about the books and what was going on. And at this point, BigYin's whole knowledge thing caused him to go a little rogue, and he kind of just started laying out everything that had happened to Useless, and where the books were being brought from the that riverboat captain. And then he started sketching out some of the cult symbols in the dust. And apparently, Valivo had a book that referred to an ancient book, an old book that had faded writing that neither Elwarin or I could decipher a lot of the writing. And the symbols were very similar. They had obviously been changed and stylized in the current era, but they had been related to a older cult. And as far as Useless's quest goes, since that particular dwarf who wrote them was part of the convoy that with the Moon Princess, he said the Harpers would be interested if we could recover the dwarf and the books if possible, but certainly the dwarf. And he said the Harpers would be interested, the Harpers agents as well would be interested in these cult symbols and the doings of said culty people. And he, when pressed to see if he could possibly get the Harpers to send some agents to help over at a Grudhog, he, intimated that, well, the Harpers aren't exactly soldiers, but he'd see what he could do. And suggested that they might be able to send a few people to help over in 4 days. And then the BigYin got a right chewing out from Elwarin after they left the shop. Because, I mean, admittedly, they had discussed about not just laying their business all over town. And the BigYin kind of did that. So
Perhaps you could say that's what all he did.
And not to everyone, but yeah.
Only to the 2 people we talked to, yeah.
I mean, he showed some judgment. Minor though it may be, he showed judgment. It was an improvement over the last time. I'll say that. But yeah, that's basically it. So we're picking up, after a bunch of gathering information and planning and plotting, and maybe we've got 3 days at most to maybe check out that secret area in the quarry, and then get to Grudhog to deal with some fucking cultists and giants and God knows what else. So,
All right.
I guess we're picking up from outside Valavo's shop. Okay, so
I thought we were still outside. I was gonna stop by.
If you want to stop
the other place, real quick, yeah.
Which place was that?
The helm at the High Sun.
Oh, okay. You're gonna pick up Lando.
Oh, we got to get the Lando.
I was gonna.
I got my
Lando.
bollocking.
Yeah.
You're gonna what?
I was gonna pick up Lando and just put in the code word for Garth and his friends.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys can head over there first. Yeah. Sorry, I thought we ended at Sydney Sword. Maybe I'm wrong.
No,
cool.
I think we're still like walking back. I think that's where we ended.
Yeah. Cool. Let's go for it. Yeah. So you guys walk into the helm with High Sun.
Is the BigYin allowed in there?
BigYin hasn't been kicked out of there yet.
Okay.
No, I have not been. I have not done anything to be barred from any pub so far.
Pub specifically.
So that
yes.
may happen eventually.
Yes, it's possible in the future. You all could be banned from all the pubs. Who knows? Yeah. So you guys walk in. You see Lando still going strong. You hear a shout and they're cheering. He's at drink 15. And
Nice.
they're watching him drink, and he looks good on his feet so far. We'll see what happens in the near future.
Are we talking pints or liters of beer? Liters of beer.
Liters of beer, of course.
I'm
He's
just gonna.
going for the record.
Of course. What was the record?
original record in pint? Was the original record in pints or
No, it's
liters?
Liters.
But the liter was something. Now, just a point of order, DM.
Liters
To
was
my
something they
understanding-
made for you, but it wasn't a
It was
traditional
something-
cup size in that
Yes,
bar
but-
right in.
So in that one particular pub, but in
Yes.
other pubs they did have liters.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're good. He just didn't have any on hand. So what he told you is that all of his liters had been he just makes them and gives them out because regular folk don't drink liters. But you and Lando were people of high alcoholic tolerance of sorts, so he made them for you. He just kind of gave them out. But other places, yes, they do have them. And typically it is just people like the BigYin and Lando and other dwarves and other hardy drinkers that go for them, but it exists on the menu. Which is why when you asked, he wasn't super shocked, or asked you what is a liter, sort of deal.
I see. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys
Very
walk
good.
in. Garth, Tony, and Tobias are all hanging out. They're doing their thing, just kind of hanging out with the crews. And you see the bartender. He's chilling there at the bar, doing his thing.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the bartender.
Okay.
And that person will be like, "So how's Lando doing over there? He's getting closer to the record."
Oh, yep. Sorry. Let me get his voice together again. Yes, the record is 17 at this pub. Unlike the swinging sword, we have, let's say, people of good repute with their drink. Whether it ends poorly for them afterwards, I'm not one to say.
Well, it seems like he's at the right location then.
He seems like he is in a good spot right now.
Could you do me one favor?
Sure. I mean, I don't know
you
your
see
name.
those Oh, yeah. My name's Elwarin. Sorry for not introducing myself.
Yes. My name is Garland.
Nice to meet you. You see those 3 folks sitting over there, and I point at Garth and his friends. could you just? I want to order them around and on me for them. They've done me a good favor, so I just wanted to return the favor.
I see. What kind of drink and what size? I would recommend you get Tobias something small. He's drank a lot recently.
I was gonna, whatever they had before, but not, whatever they don't. They probably have to work tomorrow, so don't pour them too much.
Got it. He's like, he does a quick tally. That'll be 1 gold piece for their drinks.
Sure, here you go.
Excellent.
And then, in addition to that, I just wanted to let you know if you have any chance of putting a good word in for those 3, they've done a fantastic job getting us over here and been super helpful. So it's, if anybody needs transport, they're good folks to talk to.
I know Garth, Tony, good people. Tobias, that hammer has done wonders in the shop. He has helped us out quite a bit, but I cannot speak necessarily to their riding and their capabilities to transport folk or their goods. If you want me to, provide my word that they are good riders, I'm gonna need something to, make that true in my mind, if you get my flow.
What were you thinking?
Maybe you could order a water, pass me a couple of gold pieces, we call it good.
I'm assuming BigYin is kind of next to me, so I kind of nudge him and ask for that letter that we have. You can hand it over.
I'm not gonna hand the letter over this time. I'll say, I'll do you. I'll see you that, mate.
Wait, time out. Time out. 1 second. So you're cool giving the letter to everybody, but as soon as someone else is like, "Hey, buddy, let me see that," you're like, "Ooh, I need to handle certain discretion with who we show this letter to."
I don't trust the goddamn bartender. Hang on. I think within my character, he trusts the wizard because the guy speaks Draconic.
You
and
should,
is
Khaleesi.
like, oh wait, yeah, we were supposed to trust her.
Were you?
Yes.
Okay.
She had information for us.
Maybe this guy's information.
Well, it's okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Elwarin.
No, it's fine. I just thought it was funny. I like what's happening in the game. I just thought it was funny.
No. I'm gonna give him the letter. I'll pull the letter out of the bag and I'll give Elwarin.
No, don't do that. I was just making a joke.
I don't say anything.
No, I was just making a joke.
I pull out the letter and I hand him the letter. Nope.
No, this is not right.
We mulliganed it, and I pulled out the letter. I have now given you the letter.
I was just making a joke.
I want to see where this goes. I have now given Elwarin the letter.
Okay.
I now want to see where this goes. Hello, dogs.
I don't like how you just changed what your character is.
I also don't like this. I was just making a joke. Just a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to make anyone angry.
No, you're not. You're not going to. I was just making a joke at your expense.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, continue as you were. You don't give him the letter. Okay, continue.
Okay, so I'll look over him and I'll say, "Oh," I was like, "Do you want to give him the letter, or should I just buy the beer and the gold? It seems like a much easier thing. And you did say I should be discreet."
You're right. That might do it.
Right. I look over the guy and says, "Mind you, good sir, instead of a water, I'm a mite parched myself. Might I purchase a liter?" And I'll pull out my mug and put it on the table and on the bar of your finest ale, and perhaps we can call it at that.
He looks you
because
over.
I feel the cost of an ale is exceedingly bit more than water, which is normally free.
He looks you a bit up and down. He's like, where'd that cup come from?
It was in my bag. A friend of we had the bartender over at the what was that? What was the pub called again?
The Barge Right Inn.
At the Barge Right Inn, I ordered a liter as it was a very trying day, and the fellow knocked it up for me. Very nice man.
Do you remember his name?
What was the pub's name? The guy, landlord's name. Looking up the notes. I am the keeper of the notes. Why am I the keeper of the notes? Lathander. Oh no, sorry, not Lathander. Nelaskar.
I heard he's dead.
Aye, he met a very untimely end while we were there. Apparently, some fellow wandered in and decided to kill him. I couldn't understand why, but he seemed very nice at the time, and he very kindly knocked up this mug. Very nice man. I would have had
Interesting.
served very nice ale.
Interesting. I'm just going to clean this first before I add new liquid to it, if that's okay with you.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, laddie. It's your pub. Do as you wish.
He takes about 20-30 seconds just to wash the cup out, kind of like wipe out the inside with a rag. He pours this new ale and he puts it, he kind of slams it a little bit onto the counter. He says, that'll be 10 gold pieces.
10? 10?
He smiles.
And I'll just...
And he says, yes, 10 gold pieces. So your friends Garth, Tony, and Tobias have well repute upon my tavern. And the ale is of high quality from the Barge-Right Inn.
I mean, would you have charged... I'll fork over the 10, and then I'll look at him. No, I'm not going to say anything because it'll just get me in even more trouble.
Who says you're in trouble?
And... No, if I thought about saying, well, you know, if your ale's that good, what were you going to charge him for, like... What were you going to charge him for, like, you know, 10 for, like, water? Like, I'm wondering, at this point, I'm wondering what he would have been charged for water, but...
Not buying water, though.
It was about just handing him money.
You're giving him you're
So-
bribing him.
I love how the high wisdom, but no city life is just having this go over the BigYin's head super hard right now.
And you could just make me roll for it, but...
No, I like the role playing thus far. I've really enjoyed it. I thought it's really good. And like I said, I think it's on point for your character because you grew up in the woods and this isn't something you've ever had to do before.
I'll look at the guy and I'll just be like, 10 gold, you say?
It is the
No.
finest of the Barge-Right Inn, you could say. They say
look
there's
over
only
Elwarin.
one of a kind left now that Nelaskar's dead.
I'll look at Elwarin and just kind of look over at confirmation, like, this is an appropriate bribe.
And I'll just nod.
I hand over the gold.
He smiles at you and laughs. I was just pulling your leg there, Sonny. And he gives you back 7 gold pieces. He's like, well, now I see what you guys are made of. Yeah, Garth, Tony, Tobias, they're excellent. They're wonderful folks. I would be more than happy to give sitting their repute. That was just a joke. I was curious to see what you guys would do. Congrats, I guess. You just gave me money for no reason, but you can have it back.
I'll look at him, not exactly plussed about...
He's smiling. It's like super, super strongly towards you right now. He seems to be like in a great mood right now.
I'll just kind of grab the beer and I'll just take them out. I'll say, I thank you kindly for not executing your joke at my expense. And I'll take a sip of the ale and I'll say, aye, it is very fine ale.
So, this is the ale that you think Nalasker was talking about. Sorry. Roll an insight check for me. Sorry. Let me rewind that. Roll an insight check. Or perception, if you want to use your senses to kind of take this in.
I'm gonna roll perception.
Okay.
Okay, perception check.
Yeah.
Really?
So you think this is the ale that Nalasker had told you about from the stores below, but you're not sure because the scent does seem to have more of a Helm at the High Sun smell to it than the Barge-Right smell. And you would think that if it's from the same casks and from the same like kind of cask like that. It's from the same cask that it would have a similar smell or similar quality of feel, but it feels a little bit different. But it somehow reminds you of the Barge-Right Inn's ale.
Now, sir, I'm no expert with beer. I do like a tipple every once in a while, though. And Having smelled and tasted this fare and the barge rights, the taste is similar. Smell is not. Smell, and I'll just kind of take a big inhalation of breath, exhale, and then kind of smell along the bar. Just
How do you smell along the bar? Could you
so just
explain?
basically kind of so I basically like bring my nose
Okay.
close along the bar, not like touching it, not like rubbing boogers along it,
Uh-huh.
but close enough to inhale and get a scent of what is there, of what's in the room.
Mhm.
Maybe using just kind of using my stronger senses than most to kind of assess the smell, especially since I spend a lot of time with animals and it's kind of a thing.
Sure.
And I say, the terroir of your beer is here. I'd say you have the same ingredients and maybe the same recipe, but this was brewed here or transferred to a keg here. It's still very good though. And I'll
What?
drain the liter, and then I'll drain the liter.
Thank you. Is there anything else you need from me? The joking aside now. Is there anything else you could possibly require from me?
Yeah, maybe our friend Lando does, but me, no.
Mr. Elwarin?
No, thank you.
Yeah, of course. If you guys want to come by again, feel free. You can stay here. Swinging Swords got some nice rooms and all that, and some good food. But we do pretty well over here as well.
Is there a reason why two of our friends may not have been allowed in here?
You see his face turn grim upon you saying friends, and not allowed in here anymore. He says, "Oh, you're with those two." You hear a deep sigh.
They're acquaintances.
You hear a deep sigh come from him, and he's like, "You know, I really liked you too,
Oh, great.
but I can't be
Ah,
having
sir.
folks pull out weapons on my friends in a bar unprovoked."
That's perfectly understandable. If they did something to get barred, that's understandable. I didn't hold it against you, sir, good sir. I was just curious as to why, because they didn't explain it to us.
They, let's just say Carpenter here, fortunately is quick on his feet, or he may be skinned alive at this point.
I see. Well, it's very good to know that their poor behavior does not reflect upon us, and that you have, and might I say, this is a very fine establishment.
He laughs when you say that. And he kind of looks at you and he says, what kind of role is this? Do you actually think it's nice, or are you just saying that?
I'm saying it just to be polite.
Okay. That's fine. I was just curious. And so he just kind of looks at you and he says, "It's not bad. Let's just say, I got tired of being a merchant, and so here I am now, huh?"
Understandable, sir. Understandable.
And he says, "Well, there's nothing else, and you don't need any more drinks. You can..." He kind of looks at Lando. Lando is on the 17th leader. And you could just watch him for me. I am concerned.
I'm sure the man will be fine. He's
If
probably
you say so.
he's seen a lot, that lad.
You know, the way he drinks, I can only assume.
Aye, we have some unpleasant news for him as well, so let him enjoy it while he can.
I see. Well, then just let me know if you need anything. If you don't see me, you'll see my partner, Justron, at the helm here. He's currently downstairs mixing some drinks.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one, folks.
With you as
too.
well.
Well, BigYin, it looks like Lando will still be finishing up his drink here. I doubt he's gonna not get this record. Do you want to stop by, let him know where we are, and try to find the rest of the group?
Sure, let's go see if he's finished his pint and with his leader, and then we'll see if we can get a word in edgeways. And aye, let's go see if the man's finished his drink. As he's reached the record, we may be able to get the word in edgeways now.
So as you guys approach Lando's area, you just see a group of mercenaries clamming the table like with their hands, going Lando, 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 and then you see as like one group is saying that, another group is saying holy shit, and then you see the final group saying 17, 17. And you see that's just the roaring of the crowd that you see around Lando. Lando's standing on a table. He has a small stool with him. And he has a pirate pose where he's got like Captain Morgan with the 1 foot on the barrel, but this is with a small stool, and he's just chugging this final liter. You see Phone.
He's icing himself.
You see Phone just like no, he's not on a knee. He's standing, but with 1 foot up on the stool, like you would see like Captain Morgan, but it's not on a cannon or a barrel. You see foam just streaming down his face. It's caught up all in his beard, and yeah, he looks very wet. As you
Has he finished his drink?
If you wait about 10 seconds, he's pretty much done. Yeah.
Okay.
So as he finishes it, he wipes his mouth, and he has a loud burp, and everybody cheers, and then you guys hear stomping, boom, 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 and you see a large, rotund man walk up with a eye patch on his right eye and some red hair. He says, Lando, congratulations! You are the new record holder of the Helmet the High Sun. And Lando's like, yeah, that's what I thought, fuckers. Records mean nothing to me. Okay, so he seems done as people are singing his cheers and his praises. You guys see money get exchanged around the room. People had bets on whether he'd beat the record or not. And you see this new man writing up his name, Lando, 17 beers, new record at the bottom, and there's a big swipe as the chalk goes across the board.
So, mate, if you're done, I've come to collect you. We've got a bit of business to discuss.
Well, you just tell Lando what he needs to know, and Lando will decide if he follows.
Can I see how drunk he... I'd like to try and gauge how drunk Lando is at this point.
Perception or insight? Elwarin, you can feel free to do this as well if you'd like to.
Yeah.
I'll insight it.
Okay. So, BigYin, he's sober, stone cold sober, but seems like there could be something wrong with him. Like you're not quite sure.
Sorry
what's
for
happening.
rolling twice, by the way.
No, it's good. It's good. Something seems to be wrong with him, but he seems stone cold sober to you. Elwarin, you can tell that he's gone. He no longer exists on this plane of existence, and he is in another dimension where this alcohol has taken his mind.
I'll look over at Elvarin and I'll be like, mate, I might be wrong, but does he seem alright? He seems alright.
He does not look alright to me at all.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone for the day.
I think I'll trust your judgment here, laddie. And I'll say, Lando Mildmacher, why don't you go upstairs and take a nap? We'll talk with you later.
Can't I sleep in my room? You're telling me I can't sleep in my room?
I thought you were staying here, laddie.
No. No. Good sir, I have been given 3 days rest at the Swinging Sword. How could I not accept this offer? And as you see him slurring his words and like slipping into like different accents.
I'll just kind of loop my arm through his. I'll just kind of loop, grab him by the arm because I'm like that much taller, and I'll just kind of slowly steer him out of the bar. Well, let's get you on home then. Back to the Swinging Sword.
He's like, hey. Who are you? My dad? You my
I made a promise to Mr. Leader that I'd look after you, and I'd keep you on the straight and narrow.
As he keeps trying to say the word father, he falls asleep in your arms.
Okay, I guess I have to carry or drag his ass all the way there.
I'll let you choose.
I'll try to carry him first.
Strength check, please.
And I'd like to point out that just based on my build,
it's not a height check. It's not a high skill check.
No, it's not a height thing, but
yeah, you big build or whatever, you can carry
powerful
one
build,
size.
count as one size larger, determine carrying capacity, weight, etc.
Yeah, that's fine. I just want you to make
Since it's a player, it's a strength check thing.
No, it's because of how much Lando weighs. It's a strength check.
So strength check.
Yes.
Got it. Fuck me.
Okay, so you begin as he falls into your arms. You feel like, yes, I can lift him. I am a strong Firbolg. And then as you start to lift up, you realize Lando is a block of mass that you've never lifted. You've never seen something this dense before. As your hands sink into his belly fat and you try to lift him, it just sinks further and further in, and he's not actually moving up off of the ground at all. And you seem stuck.
Elwarin, mate.
You seem stuck with him.
In.
Yes, you are slowly being pulled into his belly.
Which,
do I pull you out or do I pull him away?
I think you should grab my arms and pull me out. I think they want you getting stuck too. That'd be awful.
That sounds like a good idea. So I'll try to pull him, or like at least hold him back and try to pull him out a bit.
So Elwarin, this looks like a cartoon to everybody else, right? One person's arms slowly getting into the belly, and then you guys just see the smaller elf like pulling and like using his legs to like kick off of BigYin to like pull his arms out, and it's just nothing's working. Slowly, Lando's belly is absorbing and like it's adding BigYin's arms into his stomach to the point where his belly has now engulfed the arm on both arms.
What,
and so
elbow?
now to the elbow, and it's like it's not like it's like a vertical elbow, it's a horizontal elbow where it's like 7 inches or so is now just lost, and you can feel your arms and your hands. They just don't exist in front of you right now, as they are entombed and live within Lando's rolls.
Since you have a good grip right now, why don't you just try pulling him up?
That's a fair bit, and I try and flex my hands a little bit to try and see if I can get a meteor purchase on him.
Elwarin, would you like to assist him in this endeavor?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Rolling with advantage. Natural 20, bitches!
So
2 natural 20s.
What it feels like in your arms is you've now found purchase in his flesh, and you finally grab onto what feels like muscle that you didn't know actually existed in his belly rolls. And you've now found something to grab onto that actually doesn't sink your fingers into them deeper. It's like a rock. Right? He's got this huge amount of like gelatinous fat, but inside of that there's rock solid abs, and you're very confused. But with this, you're able to lift him. Yeah, Elwarin kind of helps your arms from below and helps push them up, and you're able to lift him and carry him out the door. But
and I'll look down. I got him now, laddie. I can't believe it. The man's like a brick underneath all that jello. I can't believe it. And I like kind of do a shake, like I do like a. I kind of do a half.
You're stuck. His belly rolls have your arms. They are currently stuck.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, well, I've got him like, you can't see me because my camera's off.
Yeah.
But I've got him like I got both arms, and I feel like his belly's up to my elbows,
yes.
And I'm literally like rolling. I'm just basically doing I can't remember the time. I'm basically like doing like a barbell curl with
Pretty
him.
much, yes.
And I'm just like, I can't believe that, man. It's unbelievable. And as we're like walking back, it's like, laddie, I'll need you to get the door. I don't know I'm gonna fit him through.
So as this whole thing's been occurring, the bar's just been watching, and like all the people that were chanting Lando, and like 17, and all of this stuff, it's just been silence as they've all just been watching you. And as they see you guys like lift him up higher, you hear some whoops and some cheers in the back. And as you guys start to walk out the door, the whole bar is clapping. Like, it is a round of applause. They've never seen entertainment like this before.
Hey, well, it seems we've done our good deed for the day. Would you get the door, laddie? I'm assuming we've crossed the street.
Yeah, you guys are headed to the swinging sword. It is the weirdest look people have ever seen before. Like, people are just as you kind of walk by like the different customers in the swinging sword and Kalisa and Iran, they're just like, oh, that's okay. Oh, Yes, I see.
Aye, the man's a wee, well, for the lack of a better word, pissed. I just need to get him upstairs, and you might have oil or something. I might pour down the arms to unstick myself, because as you can see, and I gave him a good shake. I'm a bit stuck.
Kalisa just kind of looks over and is like, I got some butter. We can try something. Just get him up into his bed, I guess. I don't know how you're gonna. I'll bring up some butter to his room and we'll do some stuff.
You're going to have to see. And I march him up the stairs. I just kind of march up the stairs. I'm like,
no, and the way you guys,
laddie, I didn't want to go backwards.
You guys are walking this, and poor Elwarin, like the small elf compared to the big Firbolg, is just walking backwards up the stairs, and it is like.
Oh no! I want Elwarin behind me with his hand in the middle of my back, like it's like when you do squats when you do squats at higher weights, you either want someone either kind of right there to grab your hips to help you get up, or like in the palm of your back in the lower back to keep your spine straight.
Yep. Okay, got it.
So I basically just want him behind me to make sure I'm observing good posture, and that if my hips sink, he's got me.
So what's happening right now is you're walking up, and it's slow going, like it's like a thud, and then what people see is they just see a small elf compared to you, just like pushing on your back and on your hips to keep you upright as you're walking up these steps.
It's like, I know, I kind of look over, I know it looks absolutely ridiculous, but let me tell you, this one, it ain't easy. Like,
we can tell.
Step.
Yeah, exactly. And like as you're doing this, like you hear a creak once in a while, like you might go into the floorboard. Just because of the pure dense amount of weight that your body's currently carrying up, and you feel like the stairs weren't meant to be holding like this much weight in one step necessarily.
Christ almighty, I'm reminded of a joke.
Yeah, but you make it up the stairs and nothing breaks, fortunately. But it's close. You feel like some of them might be giving way if you stayed longer than the couple seconds that you were on the step for.
So I get him. I'm assuming I get him.
Yeah, you get him.
All right, Elwarin, get the door. Get the door.
Yeah, and after like a few seconds, Kalisa comes up with 2 full sticks of butter, and they are roughly 5 inches in width, and 7 to 8 inches in length. These are some big ass sticks of butter. She hands one to Elwarin.
We only need the one.
She hands one to Elwarin. And she's like, I will take his left arm, you take his right arm, and we're gonna have to work through the fat to get back to his arm and somehow get it unstuck. I don't want to do this one at a time, because I feel like if we get one out and he doesn't pull back fast enough, the fat's just gonna absorb it again. I've seen this happen once before.
Okay. Do this.
Make a sleight of hand check to see if you can get your hand in the fat rolls.
But before I do anything, I'm going to take a bit of the butter and rub it over my arm so I make sure that I don't get stuck.
Excellent. Good choice.
Gets the roll advantage.
Yes, you'll get advantage for that. Yeah, exactly.
I look over at him. Good thinking, laddie.
There you go, yeah. So, Elwarin, after like 20 seconds, you kind of get into the fat rolls that is Lando. And as you're buttering up the fat, it's not sticking to you, fortunately. But you're seeing how it gained purchase on BigYin's arms, and it was the sweat on BigYin's arms combined with the sweat and beer of the belly that just made a like adhesive almost to both of their arms together.
Is he describing this to me at this point?
I don't know. I'll let him decide. and
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're kind of
All of that. I'm not going to repeat it.
Sure,
But
yeah.
you heard it.
Yeah, you're working the butter through, and you finally get his right arm out. But as you notice, you getting his right arm out, Kalisa seems to be having some trouble getting the left arm out. And
Wait, hang on. The way I wanted to actually execute this was like kind of bring him up and just like throw my arm down and just try and see if I could pop my arm out.
No, so what's happening, the way that I've imagined this, and maybe this is not, you have like, you've been princess carrying him pretty much in my mind through this entire thing, but face down. And so you put him face down onto the bed.
Oh, this is even better. This is even better.
Face down on the bed. His head is turned, so he's not going to like die if he throws up. And they're just trying to wiggle your arms out from under his body.
Got it.
Because you couldn't like roll him off your arm because it was clamped on real rough.
So I'm like kneeling down. I've got my arms trapped underneath.
Yes, exactly.
And they've basically like, okay. I
and
love
you,
this.
And you can be
great.
praying to
This
whatever
is great
whatever God you need to, or whatever God you believe in to hope this works.
I believe that God is Pan.
Yes.
I am praying to Pan. I'm like, oh Pan, if you can get me out of this, that would be great.
And you feel a laugh and the sound of like wooden pipes, and you just hear a no and a pop.
Oh, you bastard! I know you're laughing the entire time.
And Kalisa seems to be having some trouble getting the left arm out, unfortunately, as you kind of get the right arm out. And as you get the right arm out, you're able to kind of pull it out and like get it out, like fully away from his body. And you just see Kalisa go, "Oh no!" And her arms start to get sucked into the belly. She didn't lube her arms up with the butter well enough.
Oh dear. Elwarin, it seems our good landlady's a wee bit stuck. You may need to go in there to lube her up as well.
God. Okay. I have no facial expression whatsoever right now. Just like, eyes are wide open, shocked.
Stone stoic. All right, cool.
Can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, so we'll keep that 23 going. So after like 50 seconds to a minute, you get Kalisa's arms out and BigYin's arms out, and as you pull both of their arms out, you hear a. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's a kind of sound like a
pop.
Yeah, like a pop, like a suction cup.
Pop.
Yeah, like a suction cup being released from something is what it sounds like, and then you just see his belly rolls just morph back into his normal belly look, and it just comfortably envelops the bed.
All right, I'm gonna go and get myself cleaned up now. So I just walk out and walk over to my room.
I'll kind of look.
You don't want to walk to like the bath or anything?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I figured my room is next door, so I was just gonna get myself cleaned up in my room, but
that's fine. I mean, your choice. I was just asking because there's a bath area that you could like wash your like arms and stuff like that with soap and stuff. I just don't know if you have that in your room.
I'd also kind of
Sure.
look over it. Oh, sorry.
no, yeah. Go ahead.
As soon as I get the chance, I'll kind of breathe for a second, and I'll look over at Kalisa, and I'll kind of just gather her under her shoulders and pick her up, and I'll say, good lady, I apologize for the predicament I put you in, and for you almost getting eaten by my friend.
She looks at you super scared now that after you say eaten by him. She is white. Her face is fully shocked.
Not that he really would have eaten you. It's a joke. It's a joke we have just because the man's so. The fat of the man is just so sticky. As you can see, I had trouble getting out myself. It's a right funny joke we have. He doesn't mean it personally.
Color starts to come back into her face.
He wouldn't have eaten you really.
Color starts to come back in her face. She's like, okay. I have heard there are monsters out. Sorry, I've heard that there are monsters out there that do absorb you into their stomachs.
Oh yeah, no, not this one. This dwarf's a rather nice fellow, wee bit cunning and dangerous in his own right, but he's a fine fellow. You couldn't find a more dependable person if you tried. Very nice man.
If you say so.
It just, it's actually rather. He's just a wee bit fat, and in combat, it's actually quite nice because things kind of stick to him. It makes it much easier for him to bash them if you catch him on today. But in this sense, it was nae a very good idea. It was nae a good plan, and I very greatly appreciate the help. And I'll pull like the 2 loose silk. What might it cost for a bath?
She's like, it's part of the room. You don't need to pay. She looks down at her arms. I'm gonna take the day off. That was horrifying.
Just wait, and I'll reach into my purse, and I'll pull out a gold and the 2 loose silver I have, and I'll just be like, for your troubles. That goes above and beyond the pale.
She's like, will I ever feel normal again? All I feel is the arms go again. I don't even know how they came out. And as you kind of look at her hands, the butter no longer exists in her hands. It is somewhere in the mass of Lando's stomach. She's like, where did the butter go? Oh Lord, what happened to the butter?
I reckon it's lost to the rolls of fat of Lando. And there a new legend has been born. The legendary butter of Khaleesi, and how she saved a great oaf of a Firbolg from being devoured by the fat of a friend. It'd make a right humorous tale if there was a bard about.
She just looks hopefully horrified at what's happening, and she just looks down and she's just, oh no, what am I looking at?
You just pick her up, and he wouldn't have eaten you, lassie. It's a joke. He's a dwarf through and through. And I just kind of put the 1 gold and 2 silver in her hand, and I'll just kind of like guide her out of the room, shut the door behind me, and then walk downstairs and take a bath.
Got it, yeah. So I'm guessing you meet Elwarin in the bath. He's just wiping his arms off, doing whatever he needs to do with the soap.
How can they believe you're just going to do that, laddie? I need to take a proper bath. And I go and just like, I'm like dunking myself in hot water and just like,
this is like an open air
scrubbing.
like bath. This is like there's like you could take a bath together.
It's like a Japanese bathhouse.
Similar to that. Yes.
It's like a hot spring.
Not a hot spring.
Okay.
Not a hot spring. It's just there's water in a pool. There are buckets around that you can use to like wash yourself off, and there's soap around. But it's not
warm water
hot.
or cold water?
Lukewarm. It was warm at one point in the day.
I've been bathing in cold water my entire life, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So I just grab the water. I'm just basically bucket bathing. I've taken my clothes off, bucket bathing myself, just like scrubbing myself down, and just muttering, "Oh, that man! We need to get that man a proper bath." I'll bring my right arm up to my nose, like, "Aye, oh, criminy! Oh, for pan's sake!"
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for doing that.
That arm may never smell the same again. I'll need to scrub it with sandpaper.
I will also need that Constitution saving throw, good sir.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Good. So making sure that was
saving
the
throw.
That was a saving throw, please. That was real. That was not a yoke. Okay, cool. You get a whiff of that, and you are knocked back on your senses a little bit, but you retain hold of your like mind and body.
Oh, Lando, for fuck's sake, man, what have you done? And I'll look over at Elvarin and I say, whatever you do, don't smell your arms. It may kill you. Feel bad for the poor landlady. What if she goes to sniff herself and tops and ends up dying? It'll be our fault. Will it be good?
As you're saying this, you hear a boom and like as it sounds like somebody fell down the stairs.
I was like, quick, you're clothed, go check on the lady. I'll be there as soon as I can, as I'm like trying to just like scrub the smell off my arms.
Well, we're not
like,
sure if Elwarin's arms have been fixed yet. We're not sure. Have your arms
like
been
he's
scrubbed?
Still clothed. He was just washing his arms.
Yeah, but did you finish Elwarin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. While he was still talking to her, I was already scrubbing my arms. So
that's fine. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to say that you finished unless you wanted to be finished at this point.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I'm not gonna run out naked. I mean, I could.
A true hero would run out naked to save the lady that may have died.
If I ran out with my bits dangling out, I'd shock everyone.
Maybe. Hey, that would be like a news story. Firbolg runs out naked to save fallen woman, only to kill everybody else in the bar. All right, yeah. So
They die from majesty at the sight of my.
they die from something, that's for sure.
No, let me get. I'm like struggling to. I'm still damp, trying to pull my pants on, and I'm like, I'll be there in a minute.
All right, and I'll step outside to see what happened.
Yeah. And there's no person that's fallen. There's just some pots and pans that fell. It's nothing too crazy.
You feel like telling me this happened, Elward, or am I still gonna be like running out?
No, like at this point, I'm not going. Like I'm just standing there, not telling you anything because I'm just still like I can't believe this is happening.
So I come charging out,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Where is the medical emergency?"
No,
So-
there's just some pots and pans.
Yeah. So Cromwell, you also you've been hearing this entire thing the entire time, because your rooms are pretty close by to each other.
Oh, for fuck's sake! And I just go back and I just.
Well, you don't
I
see
just
Cromwell.
stomp
I'm
back.
just letting Cromwell know.
I know.
He can
No,
hear all this. Yeah.
I hear Elwarin say it's pots and pans. And I'm like, for fuck's sake! And I just wander back into. I just stomp back into the bath and continue to scrub my arms and my body.
Cool. So after about like 10 minutes, you're fully cleaned and you're clothed again.
Good. So, where are we? Is Ulrich awake? What time of day is it now?
It's like 1 o'clock now.
Okay.
Well, we know that Ulrich is sleeping. We don't really know where Cromwell is.
Yep.
Well, you see, we have
How long
another
has-
drink.
How long
So we have.
how long has Ulrich been sleeping at this point?
3 hours roughly. Not enough for a long rest, but enough for
Yeah,
a short
well.
rest.
This day's a wash. Well, maybe not. You have. Is he the only one that has one of the cultist symbols?
Yes, I believe so. I believe you gave him the one symbol you had.
Okay.
You
I
know,
was
you know what
thinking
three symbols look like, but you only have one physical like symbol.
I had this idea that maybe I could change into an animal with the talisman around my neck, climb up onto the rock, and push the talisman against quarry entrance while no one was looking, and just sneak in
Well,
and do some investigating of my own. But
you don't know where the rock is. That he didn't. Ulrich didn't tell you where the rock was necessarily. He just said
that's
there
a fair point.
was a rock there. But yeah, I mean, Cromwell, would you like to do anything upon hearing all this noise outside of your room?
No. I'm just gonna continue to watch Ulrich sleep.
Okay. Yeah. So you
I'm
guys.
just gonna,
yeah.
I'm just gonna look at the answer. Like I don't know about you, but I know Ulrich is still gonna take some rest, and I'm ready. I'm about ready to rest a bit too. This was enough adventure for the morning. So I'm gonna head to the room and look into the book I just purchased a bit.
Oh, I guess then, since I'm on my own, everyone else is asleep or passed out drunk. I'm gonna walk out back. I'll just before Elwarin leaves, I'll say, I'm gonna go back to that lake where you found me. When everyone, I'll be back for supper.
Okay.
Unless everyone else wakes up, that's where you'll find me. I'll
Cool.
wander back off to that lake with the trees,
Sweet.
and I want to meditate on that staff some more.
Sure. 5 hours pass, and you feel like this is about time for you to head back to the swinging sword. At this time, Ulrich, you're finally waking up from your much-needed slumber, and Elwarin, your meditative state has given you the 4 hours long rest that you require, and you can wake up and do whatever you need to do for the rest of your time.
Yeah, so I wake up and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing here, Cromwell?
You also smell something that you're not sure what it is as you wake up. Your senses are assaulted by something.
What is going on? What? What?
Good morning.
Creepy as fuck.
Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, I suppose. Did I miss anything? Here
No.
for fun?
Just some yelling in the other room.
All right. No. Okay. Well, I'm gonna head down, get some coffee. You need anything? You good?
I'm good. I'll I'll go with you.
Were you just here the whole time, or?
Yeah, I gotta say I was a little scared earlier, but I think I'm okay now. Watching you sleep has helped soothe my nerves.
Okay, well that's, I'll be honest, a little odd, but what, you were scared?
Yeah, man, I didn't know I looked like that.
What?
I saw my reflection earlier and
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
very
yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, you're definitely a sight to behold, that's for sure. I wouldn't worry about it. So far, no one's run screaming yet, so I wouldn't hold it too close to your vest or anything like that. Don't take it too personally. We're all looking at you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I appreciate the I guess I'll take it as a vote of confidence.
Pep talk,
Yeah,
refs.
like Ulrich's just like bleary-eyed, like.
I like the concept how Cromwell was afraid of himself, and then the solution was to sit in front of someone who's sleeping, so they're gonna wake up to the same face that he was afraid of.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give him that slap of reality. Like, I don't look that scary. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Ulrich can
Yeah,
run.
it's the out of character. It's the fact that like if Ulrich wakes up and doesn't freak out to his face,
Yeah.
and just like in his head, it's like okay, it's not that bad.
That's good.
All right. Well, we got some business to take care of. You can stay here as long as you like. I'll come get you when we're gonna head out, or I don't. You do you, man. Yeah, I'm heading down.
No, I'm good. Let's go. Coffee sounds great.
All right. So yeah, we head downstairs.
Yeah, Elwarin, you can hear the thumping of the two of them walking down. You can feel free to do this information as you will. At this point in time, BigYin, you have pretty much made it back to the Swinging Sword, and you've pretty much, as Ulrich and Cromwell get down to the bottom, you're kind of entering in from the side door.
Is Lando awake at this point?
No, Lando is still asleep.
Right. So, yes, I'll walk up to everyone, and I'll.
I don't know if
again,
Elwarin's there.
Yeah, I'll after I heard them, I'll be a little behind them.
Okay, cool.
walk up to Ulrich and I'll kind of put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Got the information I needed. I appreciate your patience. It's not fair of me. I'm sorry."
Well, I'm glad the logic finally took over. It was good news. So like bleary-eyed, like
Yeah.
what is happening?
Yeah, the
Could
bar.
you use a drink? Are you thirsty, mate? Could you do with a drink or some food?
Yeah, some water, coffee, some food. That'd be real nice.
have a
There's
seat.
a whole
I'll
lot
go-
of people coming and talking to me right away, and that's not usually.
Have a seat, laddie. I'll take care of it. And I'll walk over to the bar and I'll get him food and coffee.
Yeah, you get everything that he asked for.
I'll just grab it all, carry it over, and I imagine I grabbed a portion of food. Enough food for the table and
Sure.
coffee for all of us.
Well, I hope y'all are looking forward to a late night. Looks like first shift doesn't really head out until about 2 a.m. So we got some waiting to do.
Oh shit, I should have rested. Oh well.
Well, no, we can say your meditation was like a short rest of sorts. You were.
Right, that's fine.
You were calm.
I was
and
meditating
relaxed.
on the staff.
Yeah, you were calm and relaxed. You weren't doing anything strenuous.
And a short rest in. Okay. Aye. Are you thinking? Well, before we decide if we're going out tonight, I reckon we should. I think we have a wee bit of business we can take care of before we go and investigate the lair you found. And
So I'm imagining that I walking at this
Yeah,
point.
I would say you walked in as Ulrich is talking to BigYin, saying, "I need some food before we get into this shit."
Okay.
That's when you're trying to join them.
Okay. So I'll just interrupt BigYin right there, and say, before you talk more, I think we need to find a quiet space again. There's some information BigYin and I can share with you, with the rest of us.
hey,
Well,
I wasn't. I look over at Elwin. It's like I wasn't going to say it here. Laddie, am they an idiot to say it in front of the entire pub?
All
Just-
right, let's
just making
relax.
sure.
Let's relax, everyone. Be cool.
Have some
Be cool.
sense.
Now we look like people with secrets, and that's like, guys. Okay.
I'm not yelling. I'm just like.
Yeah,
kinda
you
looking
guys are like
at you.
whispering. You guys usually are like heads in,
Yeah.
whispering a little bit. Yeah.
Have
Or
some
like
sense,
drinking his
laddie.
coffee.
Yeah, he's like still trying to wake his ass up. He's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
I feel bad for Ulrich like 3/4 of the time because like Elwarin and I are arguing like teenage brothers, and he's like the old man, just like, what are you two idiots doing?
So Ulrich's gonna finish his meal and then be like, well, we can go hang out at the lake. It's beautiful this time. Sunset, catch
Yeah.
sunset, enjoy nature.
I was just
You
there.
know.
And it's very nice. Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, we head out to the lake.
Cool. So you guys are all chilling right over here, like right around the. I'm gonna say they're on the backside here, because I think that's where BigYin probably feels most comfortable.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, you guys all head over there. Takes you guys like 5-10 minutes to get there. Not a huge deal.
Well, what information do you guys got to share with us?
I'll let Elwarin tell the story at this point. Because I'm gonna take notes.
Okay. Well, we were able to get a hold of all families up in the forest, and
Oh, that's great news. They're not dead.
no, they did lose a few during the fight, but they were able to hold the ground. The forest is still under attack, but there was no need to head to BigYin's village at this point. They were mentioning that they're being attacked farther south in the forest near Grudhog. Is that the town?
Mm-hmm.
Grudhog.
Yeah, I can bring this back to their map, so it's a little bit easier for you guys to see.
Yeah, so maybe we'll just. I just guess have a map open and show them.
I mean, you could just be like,
Yeah.
relay the information that I was there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was listening as a player. Yeah, so he. Yeah.
True. Yeah. So just let them know.
Is there any information you wouldn't tell me? I guess.
Would you know the information that was spoken in Draconic? Maybe it would be my only question to.
Druidic. No, not
Well,
it was Draconic. That's right.
I would ask that
Well-
to BigYin. Would he have told Elwarin what was said in Draconic?
Told him everything.
Okay.
I said so in the last session. I literally told Elwarin everything because
fine.
he's my friend, and I'm not gonna lie to him.
That's fine. Just checking. So yeah. So the last thing that Elwarin would say to you is that the Garfield requested for you guys to come pay him a visit.
Oh
Also.
Yeah.
boy. You know how I feel about the magic users.
Laddie, I know, but
Now, I'm real confused. So, what did he offer? What do you have to offer him to do the thing? Did you pay him?
50 gold.
We 50 gold, and I put in a good word with our contact at the Emerald Enclave too. He was interested in some free spells down in Waterdeep, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he wanted to
Now,
magic.
I'm just a simple folk, but 50 gold seems like not much money.
Yeah, he was. He was telling us initially it's 150, but we were able to get a good deal out of it because we put in a good word for him.
Did you put in a good word?
Well, we
did.
Yeah, we did. We told our
But
friend.
what does that mean? Y'all are throwing around these putting in a good word. I'm just worried that we're like indebted to a spellcaster.
Oh,
Yeah. No, so I'll point out that well, as it turns out, fellow that did the sending, the magic fellow, Jeffrey,
Garfield.
Garfield knows the oily fellow knows our friend Mikhail, and at the mention of putting a good word in with the Waterdeep wizards for a free spell, Mikhail seemed to understand what was meant and nodded and said he would. So there was no binding contract, no exchange of anything of that nature apart from our word. And the fellow seemed very happy with the exchange.
All that seems real suspect. If I get turned into a frog or some shit, I'm gonna be real mad.
If
I'll
the
tell you
man
that right
turns
now.
into a frog, I will eat his face. How's that sound? As a giant
I mean,
spider.
you'll probably be a frog too.
turn into a
It's a
frog, you might
possibility.
look scarier than I do.
So just one thing to maybe reiterate, I don't know if you guys caught that, but as the spell was going off and as like you guys were heading out, he had his form had changed from
No,
being...
he was huge, and
Yeah.
then he went back to his normal self.
Just wanted to,
Yeah. But yeah, so Ulrich will talk about that stuff, and then at least for me, I'm just killing time until it's nighttime.
I figured it may be a good idea just to go and have a word with him. I mean, a word can they hurt?
What? That's all they can. Do you not know how magic works?
I mean, in the metaphorical sense, laddie, I do know how magic
As soon
works.
as they open their mouth, things get caught on fire real quick.
This fellow seems nice enough.
Does he?
Listen,
The description you told me, he does not sound nice enough. You called him
I mean-
oily.
he's an oily, supercilious, holier-than-thou fellow. Doesn't mean he's all evil. It just means he's a city person, a tough.
It sounds
They
exactly
don't
like.
like toffs.
Look, I've seen plenty of them run through Mirror Bar, and they love blowing things up. We loved having them. They helped us out a lot. They just cleared the field. Amazing.
I like
However,
blowing things up, laddie.
yeah, and you know how I feel about your magic.
I
And look,
mean, you didn't like it
kinda
when I
trust
turned
you.
into a spider.
Here's the thing, I kind of trust you. I don't know anything about this guy. You want me to go talk to him?
See, that's where
Why?
I was also suspicious. Why does he need all of us to be there? Why
Thank
couldn't he
you.
start talking to us while we were there? He was really persistent on having us bring all our friends back, our group back.
How about this? Let's see what's up in the quarry first. It's killing me. It's literally killing me inside. I want to get this over with. It's been a loose end for so long. And we're so close.
He's like, guys,
I
I can
for it.
taste it. I can taste it. Don't take it from me, please.
We
And
keep
they-
getting
when they-
interrupted.
They're going to take it, laddie.
We're
this
gonna do
man-
the quarry. Let's do the quarry. After the quarry, I'm all yours. Let's go talk to this man. Let's get turned
Hey,
into frogs.
that's what
we
I'm
can
saying.
live at this pond. It's beautiful over here.
Well,
If we go and talk to the man beforehand, we may get some additional
Yeah, and we get
information that might help
teleported.
us.
And we're gonna be halfway around the world, and we're never getting back to the goddamn quarry.
We'll take care. I promise, laddie. We'll take care of the quarry after we talk to the man. On me life. If I don't, I will let you pull out your hammer. And you
But
can
why-
bash me in the head with it.
My hammer won't do anything to that thick skull of yours. Why do we gotta talk to him now? Why can't we
I
do it
did
tomorrow?
say it might be of use to us if we did.
Okay. I feel like this argument's gonna go in circles for a bit, so let's do some rock paper scissors, and we'll see what happens.
Or we could do persuasion rolls.
Yes, that's what I meant by rock paper scissors. It's gonna be 2 persuasion rolls. I call it rock paper scissors when it's 2 people going against each other.
I mean, I'm all for playing Blue Parchment Shears.
Gotta be a 19, buddy. You do not beat that. That is real goddamn close, though. I do have to say, if this was one of the chess matches like we were doing a long time ago, that was a close one.
I
It
mean,
makes sense. We both have very
Yes.
we are going in circles.
Yeah, but after a little while, BigYin, you feel like Ulrich's passion for the quarry won't be quenched, even if you guys
I
go
would
talk
just
to the
point
magic
out-
boy.
out of character, that this really couldn't cost us anything. We have the time. We might as well go. But okay.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but in character, Ulrich
Yes.
is like every time we try to do something with these cultists, something happens and we wind up in a different city.
Yeah, so so he,
So-
like I said, after like we'll say 30 minutes of you guys just having this argument, Ulrich finally is just like, look, if we go to the quarry, that's it. Like we can do whatever afterwards. Like he finds
Right.
and it finally kind of clicks with you, BigYin. Like he's not going to stop talking about the quarry even if you go to see Garfield. He'll still be talking about the quarry on the way to Garfield's place.
Tell you now, laddie. This turns out to be a red herring, and we find nothing. I'll nay shut up about it.
I mean, look, that's gonna happen one way or another. So I'll take that risk.
Hey, it's cool.
Okay, cool. So we'll say it's about 6:30 at this point, and you wanted to go at 2 a.m., I believe.
Yeah.
So are you guys just going to
Zero
hang
dark,
out?
zero dark, zero dark 2.
Yeah. So are you
Yeah.
guys going to hang out by the pond until 2 o'clock ish? Like when you see like the group? Are you guys like when you see the first group kind of leave before the next group comes in?
I mean, we can't even see because there's a hill in the way.
You guys can walk over. I'm just asking like what's your guys' game plan for?
Yeah,
when you're
like
going
I
in.
think that's our intention.
Okay. Cool.
Let Ulrich plan this one out.
Sure.
Just
Cool.
hang out, enjoy each other's company, like build
Enjoy
relationships.
each other's company, build relationships.
Okay.
You know.
I like it. You standard things. Nice. You guys reassure Cromwell isn't as scary as he thinks he is. I like it.
Well, actually, yeah,
don't
I'll
get me
look
wrong,
over at
he is
Cromwell.
scary.
I'll look over at Cromwell. I'll be like, "You're still scared of your own shadow, mate."
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I saw you looking at yourself in the mirror and then book it like a wee bairn.
You have
Now-
no proof.
I'll be honest, Cromwell.
Hold
I
on,
thought
did you
that whole
see it?
thing, like you were like developing that look to be scary.
Yeah, but I didn't know I was gonna be this scary.
So
I
you
mean-
did run from your own shadow, and he just kind of like has a good laugh over that. I wonder if I turned into a spider if you'd run from it, laddie.
You've already done that, and we don't.
You do.
Well, I mean, outrun.
But I've seen you shiver.
Phew. Yeah, I mean, have you seen? Look, next time we go up against some giant spiders, I'll let you handle them. You'll be a little terrified.
I didn't think so, considering I've been one. It's like
Alright,
fun.
I mean, that's fair enough.
I would argue
Fair
you
enough.
haven't seen your own reflection while being a spider.
I
But
mean,
we'll find out.
yeah, I've been myself, but I got scared.
Cool.
I
yeah.
can suddenly see we face a giant spider, and I have to suddenly make a fear check.
Wisdom
You're
saving
like,
throw.
oh
dude.
shit.
Wisdom saving
Those
throw.
are actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because like the way that I imagine this played out is like, BigYin is like, ooh, small spiders, those are fun. And then he imagined what the bigger spiders could be like from books and things that he read in the forest, but he hadn't actually met one. And then he turns into one, but still has no idea what he looks like to other people.
I'm actually tempted just to burn a wild shape and turn into one at the lake
Go for
just
it.
to see.
Go for it, dude.
I'm not going to, because I want to have it for combat.
Sure. All right, cool. So yeah, so you guys spend the 7.5 hours chatting, and then you guys notice it's getting.
Hang on.
Yep.
These shapes come back after 4 hours rest, right?
I believe it's a long rest, but I could be wrong. It's wild shape. It should say under the wild shape thing when you get them back.
In the meantime, can we just confirm that? So we told the whole story to Ulrich and Cromwell, and did they? So we didn't really talk about it, but did they basically agree to heading to Garkhog in like the 4 days when we're going to meet the rest of the party from the forest?
You guys haven't discussed that, my understanding,
Oh yeah. That's a good point though.
because it takes 2 days from here, to get to that
Yeah.
spot.
Well, that was going to be like the outcome of like our adventure of like finding information and then how we can deal with it. And the outcome was like, hey, we have time, but we want to be there in 4 days to meet the rest of our family. So
Yep.
just want to confirm with the rest of the group that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll say that you guys spent this evening also discussing that. I feel like it's a good use of your time.
Yeah, and maybe that was sort of the persuasion that Ulrich was like, look, you do the quarry, we'll follow you out to whatever city, the other side of the country you guys are trying to take us.
That sounds like a fair deal, yeah.
Did short or long rest?
Okay. Cool.
So I'll just kind of look over at just retconning a little. I'll look over at them. I'll say, look, I'll change into a spider to see what happens. So be ready for it. And boom, I'm a spider, and I look at myself in the lake.
Wisdom saving throw for me. I'm excited for you to fail this.
Oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, clench. I have a +7 to wisdom.
Well, no, it's wisdom as a spider.
The wisdom,
your
but no.
wisdom's- Yeah, your
I-
Oh, your
I-
wisdom code. Yeah. You You are scary as shit, but you keep your bearings.
I'll shift back down and I'll settle down the rest and I'll just kind of like I'll sit down.
Like you
calm and
recognize that
collected.
you look scary as shit, but you're like you keep it together.
I'll look over at Ulrich and I'll say, "Hey, I am bloody terrifying as a spider. Kind of like it."
And right, and that's fine. Again, much like Cromwell, that's kind of the whole point, right? But if 1 second I see you in a blink of an eye, you're a giant spider, it's very off-putting.
It's a fair point. I'll not rib you about it anymore, laddie. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I finally understand.
Cool. So, my guess is after you guys' conversation, you guys decide that in, I guess, a day and a half from now, you will be heading over to meet up with the other guys at the appointed date.
Yeah, depending on what happens.
Sure, but that's tentatively the game plan, right? Okay, cool. Sweet. So with that, it gets to about 1:45. You guys can kind of tell that the crew looks like they're getting ready to stop and about to head out. So it triggers you guys to head over towards the quarry. Which way are you guys going?
That's probably
Because you guys are
like
hanging out here, so I just want
this
to.
way.
Okay, so you're heading up from around. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I need. Are you still wearing your armor, or is that still off?
No, I would be wearing armor because I'm excited to go into the quarry.
Yes.
Wait, I can cast Pass Without Trace, and I will do so.
Yes. Let's do that. Which I believe adds +10 to your stealth rolls.
Love it.
Adds Pass Without. So let me just verify what level spell it is. I think it's a level 2 spell, so I'm earning a level 2 spell slot. And if I remember, every time Laura Bailey ever said she was going to use Pass Without Trace in campaign 1, it is a level 2 spell slot, concentration, and just for the giggles, and submit. Okay, that's
Yes,
for everyone
+10.
to read. Concentration up to 1 hour, +10.
Cool.
So now we all have +10 to our saves.
Yes. Just to
Great.
do the stealth check. So Elwarin, what's
Stealth
happening
check.
is you guys are stealthing it up to get to the quarry as the group of miners and the foremen are heading out. So you guys are stealthing it up to come around the top of this side here. So if I can make you all
And
roll.
I cast Pass Without Trace, so we all have +10 to our stealth rolls.
Which I'd like
So
to
are
note,
we-
this could have been done previously last time you guys are doing this, but that's okay.
I did not have Pass Without Trace last time.
Okay. So everybody gets +10, and Ulrich and Cromwell, you guys have disadvantage on this roll.
Wait, why do we get disadvantage?
Because you're wearing heavy ass armor that clinks and clunks.
Oof.
Oh boy. That's a rough one, mate. Okay.
So
I
fucking
have 16.
hilarious that the two heavy
Yes.
armor people are the highest.
Yes. It's okay. You guys got the +10. Fortunately, critical fails on rolls of non-combat aren't automatic failures. It's okay. Yeah. So
I
you
didn't
guys.
roll a
I did.
critical
I did.
one though. Yeah, you did. Still don't understand why.
But if one person of the party is seen, the whole party is seen.
I mean,
Well, it depends
not
what the
necessarily.
DC is. I rolled a. If
Yeah.
you have 16, 17,
Yeah, you guys
22.
did well. You guys 21 and 19. Yeah, you guys did well. So you guys make it there seemingly without anybody finding you. You don't see any of the miners or the foremen kind of turn around to watch where you guys are going. And I need all of you to make perception checks as you're kind of wandering through. Okay. Cromwell,
Fuck is going
BigYin,
on?
Cromwell, BigYin, and Elwarin, you guys don't see shit. Ulrich, as you see the last of the miners kind of pass by with the foreman, you see 4 shadows come from behind this building and head into the quarry.
I quickly usher everyone to hide behind some rocks.
They don't seem to be looking up in your direction. They seem to be
Oh, okay. We're not in the
focused.
quarry yet.
No, you guys,
Okay.
you guys are above.
I tell them to get down.
Yeah, and you just see them kind of walk into the quarry towards the area that you want to investigate.
Great. This is great news.
It is.
Yeah, because then we'll, if they're in there, they're definitely cultists. So I mean, that's on them. And then we'll actually know that someone's there. So we'll wait like, I don't know, 5 minutes,
Okay.
and then
Sure. You wait 5 minutes, and then you kind of follow, and you see the footsteps going towards the same area you know the space to be. However, when you get there, you notice the image is still up, and the footsteps disappeared before getting to the rock.
then I will do a quick perception to see if I can see them. Whoever.
Okay. I was gonna let your 16 roll, but if you want to roll higher, that's fine too. Cool. Still, yeah, the footsteps have disappeared, and they are, from what you can tell, about 12 to 15 feet away from the rock where you put the rock back to activate the mirage to disappear.
I know this.
Footsteps?
What'd you say?
The footsteps go that far, or
I said the footsteps disappear about 12 to 15 feet away from the rock, is what you can tell. And you don't know where they've been. You see other footsteps, but
Sure.
they are older. Like the ones that you were looking for.
But I
were
don't see any
fresh ones.
like people.
No. And the mirage is still up.
Sure.
This is a long shot, but can I do like a Arcana check to see if, like, because we had those teleports we've seen before.
Mhm.
Would that be Arcana, or do I do like a perception check, or?
So what are you trying to understand? Explain what you're looking for.
Well, so we've seen footsteps that are gone now,
Mhm.
right? So we saw them walk in, footsteps disappeared, but they didn't go where Ulrich would expect them to go.
Got it. So you're
So I
saying
want
like
to see if
from the teleportation circle with
Yeah,
with
anything-
DQ and the other person. Got it. Yeah, go ahead and roll
Exactly, yeah.
Arcana. Yeah, I like Arcana. Or just straight intelligence. It's up to you. Might be the same. This might be the same plus for you.
Yeah,
You can
exactly
pick.
the same.
Yeah, you can pick.
Okay.
Magic is strange and fascinating, and you're still not fully sure of its full capabilities.
Sounds about right.
So you're not quite sure what could have happened. Maybe it was a teleport. Maybe they just disappeared. Maybe you guys were watching ghosts.
Those dang shadowy figures that we heard so much about at last.
And Elwarin's like, and I think they might be ghosts. I'm kidding. I don't
Well,
think you
then
said
with
That's
that,
silly.
I'll go into the cavern.
We just ignored that. There's people that disappeared. Where are we going?
Out of character, Ulrich is probably assuming that they just went in, and maybe there's like another illusion or something.
I like it. So you're heading towards the rock that you placed down. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You head there. You find the rock. It's in the same spot you left it in, and yeah, you pick it up and you can do the thing.
Yeah, badge in.
Yeah, you badge in, and the mirage disappears.
And I like indicate to the others like, ah, right?
That's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally
and then-
imagine Ulrich just sitting like Fozzie Bear going, ah.
Yeah, exactly. And then he heads in.
Okay.
Actually, he's gonna hand the symbol to. Well, no, we can't close it. Yeah, we just go in.
Do you take the rock with you?
Oh yeah, I guess that is an opportunity. Yeah, I didn't know it was a rock I could move. So yeah.
I mean, you picked it up.
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna take the rock with you. Okay.
So we can't close it behind us.
If we have the rock, we can just scan it again, and it'll close the illusion.
So we could close it from the inside to ensure no one would follow us from behind.
Right. Unless they already know it exists, and they'll be like, "Oh, the rock's missing, so someone's been there."
Yeah, but they will still have a hard time getting in.
Well, it's just an illusion. They can just walk through.
Oh.
Well,
So do we all get
well,
through?
once you remember about the thing I told you about with the illusion, if they walk in without.
Oh, that's an alarm. I'm assuming that the person who walked through the alarm's keyed to them.
Got it. Okay, cool. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure you remembered that
yeah.
piece of information.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all. Take a walk.
Yeah. They wouldn't really be too worried about tripping the alarm.
Sure.
It was their alarm.
Were we warned about the alarm?
I believe he told you guys. He told you guys
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Are we worried about people following us in?
Aren't you always worried about people following you?
I don't know. This is
Okay, let's just go.
okay.
Like, Org's like,
Walks
what?
ahead.
Are you guys not? Yeah, and then as soon as like the last person sort of goes through the threshold, I'm gonna close up the illusion.
Cool.
And I'll put the rock down.
Okay, so you put the rock down by the entrance?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You do that, and the mirage comes back up.
And then we look around.
Yeah, so as you guys enter this dark tunnel, fortunately you all can see in the dark, especially BigYin with his goggles. It is a mine shaft looking. You see about 15 feet in, you see some tracks, and they go on for a while. You see torches that are lit with magic, just kind of periodically every 10, 15, 20 feet or so, on both sides. And
Is
I
it
need
big
you all
enough for me to turn into a spider comfortably?
yes, but I need you all to make perception checks, or just give me your passive perceptions, either or.
Perception is 17.
Okay.
Passive perception.
Passive is 15 for me.
Okay.
Where do I find that again?
Passive
The very
perception is
bottom
very bottom
of
of your
your
skills.
It's also 10 plus your perception check.
I'm rolling like shit right now, so I'm just gonna roll the passive.
Sure.
The
Same.
one time I rolled double 20s, and I'm pretty sure
Oh God.
that's all I'm getting for the
Okay.
night.
So Elwarin, this cave is darkness incarnate, and you hear no sounds. Cromwell, Ulrich, and BigYin, you all hear a faint. It sounds like metal on the tracks rolling. It's very faint though.
Do I get any bonuses or additional perception for rolling a nat 20?
You would guess it's about 3 miles down the cave.
Okay.
Like this echo is much delayed getting to you guys. You can tell with your 20. Like you've been in caves before. You've been in like mines, and you know that when you hear the way the echo, how distant, like distorted it sounds, they're a couple miles deep.
I will relay my presumption of how far in distance the sound is coming from.
What sound are you talking about?
Oh, you don't hear
Here's-
that, Elwarin?
I don't hear anything.
I mean, look, we don't all spend time in the mines. I get it.
Yeah,
We can discuss it on our way down. Looks like we have a long walk, so
I wish there
Go.
were trees around here.
here you don't want to find the trees that are down here. That's for sure. We got a little too deep if we start seeing trees.
Sure. So you guys just start walking down the hall. Okay, cool. So you guys keep walking down the tunnel.
Was that a question? I wasn't sure if that was a question or you
No,
were like.
I was asking you guys. Yeah, you
Yes.
guys okay,
Goggles
cool.
are engaged.
Yeah. So like I said, there are torches magically lit up, so you don't need the goggles. But just at the entrance, the first like 15, 20 feet, there's no light. It's to help keep up that illusion that it's like a man in mine shaft. But yeah, you can see now. Fine, you don't need to have the goggles, but you can keep them on if you'd like. It's up to you if you want to look cool or not. I'm not gonna bust your vibe. As you guys keep walking, it goes for miles. It's pretty straight. There's some twists and turns here and there, but it's just a singular track going straight down. So how long, I guess, do you guys want to keep walking is my question.
Ulrich will go until something interesting happens.
I would like to pick up a rock,
Okay.
just like while we're walking and use the light cantrip on it and like throw it as far as I can down the hallway.
Okay.
And I want to do this like pretty much like every, I don't know, say 100 yards as we're like walking down.
Okay, make an athletics check for me. Okay, cool. So you heave this rock, and it bounces off the side of the wall a few times, and then kind of lands and kind of clicks and clacks, and the sound echoes just throughout the tunnel. It doesn't provide you anything new. It's just a tunnel that kind of turns and moves around. Like you guys see.
Fool of a took.
You guys see, yeah, you and as you do this each time, it's loud as shit every time you throw this rock. And it's wooden beams that come up that are like caves that kind of hold the structure up. But for some reason, none of them are rotting, and you can tell they're super old as you guys are walking through with your perceptions. Every like 100 to 200 feet or so, you see another couple set of wooden poles that look old as hell, but aren't rotting.
Ulrich pulled the fool of a took through a rock down the passage thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's gonna actually say anything to Cromwell.
Yeah, just under his breath and in his mind, yes.
Wait, who threw the rock?
Cromwell.
I did.
Cromwell.
Oh god, fool of a took indeed.
I'm going to make a history check on the origin of the stonework because I must have stone cutting because I'm a dwarf.
I like it.
Not that it actually gives me any benefit.
I mean, it's a cool thing. I like it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, baby.
I get a double my proficiency bonus, which is 0 because I'm not proficient in history.
Yeah. Oh, baby, indeed. This is going to be exciting. So the rocks are granite, from what you can tell. And as you kind of look at it, you feel like people could be mining this. Right? Like this is the kind of stone from the quarry that the miners are looking for. And this may or may not confuse you why nobody's been mining at this at all, but it is solid marble and granite kind of all over the place. And as you're kind of just like looking at it, it makes you kind of shudder a little bit actually, because it feels powerful. There's some sort of magic along it. You're not 100% sure, but it feels very strong, and you feel just power emanating from it, whether it's coming from the rock or from other magic that's been used in the cavern. You can't 100% put your finger on it, but this is rock that you as a dwarf, if you were a miner, would have so much fun and make infinite money off of. There's so much of it all around.
Well, ain't that something? To continue walking, I'm like, this is basically a gold mine. We're looking at some incredibly high quality rock here. It's like a theoretical gold mine. It's not actual gold here, so y'all know. Well, I mean, the cultists have this place pretty good if they're not mining through here, that's for sure. But it also seems like some sort of magical energy maybe is protecting it or is immune upon it to give it extra luster or something. I'll tell you that. So keep your guard up as we keep going down. Someone probably already knows we're here, especially with all the racket.
Yeah.
Racket. What racket?
What racket indeed.
Well, the rocks you've been throwing. You got earplugs in?
I didn't realize that was an issue.
Well, I mean, we got time. Plus, like, maybe we'll actually find some action. So, not a huge deal for me.
Cool. So
Okay, keep going then.
I'm gonna move you guys here because I just did something just to make you guys' lives better. Go ahead and toss your tokens on the bottom side there for me, please.
Of the parchment.
Thank you. Waiting on one
All
more
right, I'm
person.
using a trackpad. I don't have my mouse with me.
No worries, no worries. Yeah, so you guys are just walking along, and it's been like 5 hours, and nothing. Nobody's come towards you. Nothing's really
How
been
fast
happening.
are we walking?
I don't know. You guys tell me.
Because like standard like march would be like 4 miles an hour.
I think we would have covered 3 miles in over an hour if the sound
But
was
if,
3
if
miles
it's been
deep.
if it's been 5 hours though, that means it's been 15 to 20 miles of walking.
It's a long ass cave, and so this gets you thinking. Dwarves don't build caves like this for no reason, or just anybody for no reason. Obviously, it's leading you towards somewhere. There's this track here, and you're just very perplexed as to why it's so long, and maybe why it doesn't connect itself to the Red Larch.
Actually, I'd like to make an Arcana check. I want to see if we're in an illusion.
Okay.
Well, now we're running into the same problem as I was complaining about before. We're heading to another town.
I'll look over to him and said, I told you we should have gone to see the wizard.
It'd do the same thing. He just
He
teleported.
was- You shut your mouth.
All right, when we get teleported, oh boy, is your face gonna be red?
So what you can tell is there is illusory magic around. However, there's a different kind of magic on the tracks, and the walls emanate another kind of magic that you're not fully aware of. It's convoluted, the ones on the walls. It seems like multiple different kinds and schools of magic have kind of emanated throughout these walls, and they've kind of like mixed within the air and kind of coated themselves on these mystical rocks. And the track seems to be a mix of transmutation and enhancement magic.
I suggest
there
we
was
walk on the
illusory-
tracks.
There's illusory
there-
magic in the air. The walls seem to have a bunch of different types of magic mixed in with them as they've absorbed it, and the tracks have transmutation and enhancement magic.
So I guess what I'm looking for, because I'm really only schooled with druidic magic. Guess what I'm looking to tell is, if I'm picking up illusory magic, it's like emanating from the tracks. Like if we were to step on the tracks, we would see something different.
Yeah, you can make that. You can make that assumption.
I'll just kind of move myself over onto the tracks, and I'll say, reckon we may want to walk on the tracks. We might actually get somewhere.
And as you step on the track, the air around you, you feel wind now in the tunnel. Before it was like kind of still, like slight breezes here and there, but fairly still. As you step on the track, you feel more wind kind of blowing in your direction from like north to south.
Keep going. So I'll grab Ulrich. Does it change? Is he able to feel it now? Because I'm on the track and I'm acting as a conduit,
No.
passing that to him.
No.
Just
Can
kind of
we-
reach back, grab him,
Can we
and
say
tug
that
him onto
this
the track.
happened? Can we say that this happened like an hour and a half into walking?
Sure, that's fine. I just wasn't sure how long you guys would want to be walking for. That's 1.5 hours. Is
I'll
fine.
just
Yeah.
I'll drag Ulrich onto the track and say, check these.
I mean, I'll get on the track for a little bit, but that is not where you want to walk. Yeah,
It's
so I'll step
different,
onto the
laddie.
track. Well, I understand that, but that is where mine carts are. If you want to get hit by a
But
mine cart.
mine carts have to be pushed.
Yeah, but man, okay, whatever. I get on the tracks.
Okay. I'm waiting for you to move to character. Yeah, cool. So yeah, you now suddenly feel wind blowing towards you. It's not hard by any means. It's like maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour, but it's like it comes in as like small gusts, but you feel like refreshed now, like it's fresh air you're getting.
All right. we're on the tracks. It is definitely different. You're not wrong. What does it mean?
I don't know, laddie. It's different. Illusion magic is coming from the tracks. We're not getting anywhere. We're not getting anywhere fast. For this, we're actually getting. I reckon if we walk on the tracks, we may actually get somewhere.
Oh, right. Well, okay. I'll stand in front then. Hopefully I can absorb some of the damage. And Cromwell, you get in the back. Same reason. And then if we hear a minecart coming, we gotta jump off. I do not want to get squished by a minecart.
Fair enough.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so then we continue walking on the rail tracks for, we'll say, another hour, unless something interesting happens.
Yeah,
before
so
then.
about 15 minutes in to you guys walking. Cromwell, are you still tossing rocks?
I am no longer tossing rocks.
Okay. Yeah, after about 15 minutes, all of you guys can hear a cluck, 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 of, sounds like, mine carts on the tracks. It's coming towards you slowly.
Perfect.
And that's pretty much all you can hear after about 15 minutes of walking. It's coming towards you slowly. If you guys want to make perception checks, I might be able to give you some additional information, but you can hear that coming towards you right now.
Hey, Elwarin can hear.
Yeah, finally.
Alright, frickin' trackpad. Perception check?
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So Elwarin, now feeling comfortable in his element of the, the mines of whatever this is, and BigYin, feel like it'll get to you guys in a couple minutes from the speed of and the sound of it coming towards you guys.
Is it coming from the front or from behind?
From before, in front of you guys.
I'll reach out, grab. I'll tap out Ulrich on the shoulder. We've got a few minutes to move. I'll step
Well-
off the side.
How fast is this thing moving?
I reckon,
Fairly
from
slowly.
what I can tell by the sound, it's slow. It's got a few minutes before it hits us.
Oh, well, I mean, I can take a slow minecart.
If you say so, laddie. I'll be behind you to catch you. I'll
Gonna,
just kind of be bracing myself, ready to catch it, to kind of brace anything Ulrich does to stop a moving minecart.
just put my shield out and press on it and it.
Are you holding the shield, or is the shield floating out in front
Oh
of you?
yeah,
Remember,
I'll do that.
it can't
I'll do that too.
Cool. So yeah, so are you guys standing still, waiting for the cart to come to you, or are you walking towards the
Oh
cart?
yeah, no. Standing still.
Okay, cool. So after about 2 minutes, the cart, here, I'll draw a cart, why not? It sounds like fun. We'll have it be purple. A cart comes down towards you guys, very slowly. And I mean, it's moving this, every, 3 or 4 seconds. It's not going super fast.
Yeah.
So are you going to attempt to stop it?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a strength or athletics roll to stop the cart without toppling people behind you. Yeah, you stop it fairly easily. Comes to a halt. You still feel a little bit of pressure, it wants to move back behind, towards you still, but you've stopped it. Think
Do I have to break? Do I have to catch him at all?
No. It to Ulrich, it feels like it was it's like a shopping cart, on a small incline, going, and you're on the bottom portion of that incline. That's what it feels like. It still wants to move towards you, but it's not gonna stomp you flat or anything.
And then I take a peek inside.
Yeah, it's a empty minecart in the middle. There is a square-like console, and it's just.
Well, that's convenient. This is probably a trap, but let's see where this thing takes us. I hop into the minecart.
It'll literally just go back to where we came from.
No, there's probably the boxes for controls. But yeah, I jump into the minecart.
Cool. The minecart stops moving towards your direction, sits there.
Then I will look at whatever the console is in the.
Yeah, make an investigation and Arcana check.
Great.
Which one of us?
Great at those.
Whoever wants to do that. I'm
I'll
guessing
make
him.
the Arcana if you want to make the investigation.
He's
I'll
already
make
done
the Arcana
investigation.
check.
Yeah.
I'll make the Arcana.
Let me do the Arcana too, just in case. See what happens. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Okay, hang on. I'm making it as well.
Yeah, some sort of magic box.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So as you look at the box, it is, like you think, a control device, but you sense that magic is about it. You're not quite sure how. BigYin, as you are off of the cart, you feel the magic emanating from the cart, and it draws you towards it. I can move you.
I'll kind of
to there.
walk up to it. No, it's fine. So I feel like I'm kind of standing away from it.
Sure.
I'll walk up to it and hop in, the last one, and I'll say, "This card is magic. Magic. The illusion magic is emanating from the card." Does one of us have to give it a push to get it moving again?
So you feel drawn to put your hands on it.
So I put my hands on it.
Okay. As you do, you feel your magic being slowly drained from you, and you can increase the output of the magic if you would like. And
Am I losing spell slots while I do this?
you will be shortly. So you can will it to move whichever direction you want, either going north or south, and you can move the speed at a higher rate depending on what kind of magical spell slots you are giving it. I think your highest level is 3rd right now, correct?
No, it's 2. It's only 2.
So 2 second level spell slots will move you what you
I only
feel
have
will be
2 left.
fairly fast. You feel like you'll be moving fairly fast with the second level spell slot.
Take my hands off real quick because I haven't
Okay.
willed it to move.
Sure.
I'll look at the group and I'll say, "Lads, I'm nae too keen about this. From what I can tell, put my hands on it, and I grab it, I can feel it making a connection to me, my magics. If more magic I put in, faster it'll go. It may leave me a wee bit short. It means I'm a wee bit more reliant on the beastie bits and less able to do any of the healing magic-y. It's
Not too much outside of norm, so let's fire the thing up.
I might have some bit of magic in me too I could put in there.
look at Elwarin and I'll say, and I'll just, out of character, let's each burn a level 2 spell slot, so I'll have one left. Do you have a level 2, or do you have a level 1?
I have level 2. I have 2 specials level 2, and I could literally burn them because they're not as important for my in combat.
As long as he can Zephyr Strike, he's sitting pretty.
Yeah, no, the 2 I have I wouldn't use in combat that much anyway, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's each burn a level 2 spell slot and see what happens.
I also have one if needed.
So I'll put one hand on one side, Elwarin, you put the other on, and we'll join hands in the middle of the cart.
I was literally
Channel it
going also
together.
to just burn my 2 level 2 slot, so you can save yours.
Let's see. Well, hang on, DM. Since I'm the one with the Arcana roll, can I explain to him what he needs to do?
Yeah. Like I said, you can explain the feeling, and then you'll have to put his hands on it to get that
so
feeling.
here, let's just say I explained to Elwarin what I was feeling when I was grabbing the cart, and what he needs to do.
Okay. Yeah. You explain it.
By the way, DM, while all this is happening, I would like to concentrate with my little Avenger out to use the passive spell. Let me post it. That's like the second portion of that.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I like it.
I really like that. Yeah.
Just know it only lasts for a minute. So you have to you can keep
Can I keep doing it?
You can keep doing it, I believe. I don't think it costs you anything. I think you just keep doing it. Cool. Yeah, but you can't cast any other concentration spells just while you're doing this thing. That's all.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of get the out of character. All I can think of is Sword of Omens. Give me sight beyond sight.
I was thinking more
holding
like
the crossbar up to his eyes.
I was thinking more like He-Man, but I like your interpretation as well. Cool. Yeah. So Elwarin, you put your hands on there, and you're burning both level 2 spell slots.
So how's it? I mean, would it be the same distance if I use them at like the first one first and then the second one, or would I just go a lot farther if I just do them both at the same time? Would it make no difference?
From what BigYin explained to you, it seems like you go faster if you burn both spell slots.
Okay. So look at the group. How fast do you guys want to go?
I mean, how important is it to go fast?
Pretty important. Let's fucking go.
To quote something a spirit I met a long time ago, I go fast.
If we go too fast, do we have the ability to stop properly?
Yeah, how do I stop?
You can will it to stop. You just stop giving it your magic power. However, both slots will be expended by that point. You can just stop it with like by taking your like you tell it to stop is what you can tell from as big.
So it's the same amount of spell slots no matter how far we go.
Correct. But you just go faster depending on how many you use and what level. Is what BigYin can tell from his 17 Arcana.
All right. Well, I don't hear anything else, so we'll go fast.
So you're burning both level 2 spell slots.
Yes.
Alrighty. I need so Elwarin blasts his magical energy, and it's you guys smell hints of pine and hints of oak as he's doing this, and you guys just take off like a rocket. I need all three of you guys except for Elwarin to make either athletics checks to keep hold of the cart, or make a
nice, Ulrich.
Yeah, I like athletics to hold on to it.
You should have seen this shit coming.
Right?
I mean, Ulrich definitely saw it coming. Look at that roll.
You did.
Goodbye, BigYin.
Ooh, BigYin.
That was a 19. It was a 19 and it rolled back to a 9.
11. Oh, 9, you mean? Yeah, got it. That's rough, buddy. So as you guys take off like a rocket, Cromwell and Ulrich, you can see BigYin slowly losing his grasp on the cart as he slowly starts to slide. And as he does that, here, I'll move him. He starts sliding into you, Ulrich, and he's like pushing you back a little bit. But your 21 holds you and holds the like slippery-handed BigYin in the cart while you guys are racing through.
Just sort of throw him to the ground of the cart.
Okay, you're gonna like shove him with your like shoulder or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, BigYin, your feet are at Ulrich's feet, and they're on the back of the cart, and you just feel your upper half of your body slowly move towards your feet as you like struggle to like keep yourself from like crumpling into a ball.
Hey, fun times.
After about 5 minutes, you guys reach the end of the hall. Elwarin, you can see from your vantage point. You're holding the console, and like you're turning around as you watch, sort of as you're like barreling down this tunnel. And you see about 200 feet ahead of you what looks like the end of the tracks. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to slow down.
Okay. At what point would you like to slow down? As soon as you see the end of the tracks, or are you waiting until you get closer to the edge?
No, I'll slow down when I start seeing it. Kind of like, a slow stop.
Cool. All right. So you're slowly stopping, and then by the time the cart finishes its deceleration, you hit probably 3 to the end of the track. Here, I'll move you guys. That sounds like a fun thing to do. Hopefully I don't grab everything. I think I grabbed everything. God damn it.
Oh yeah, I know the struggle.
Yeah, this is gonna suck. 1 second, guys. 1, 2, oh. Shift maybe? No? Okay, thank you, Roll20. I appreciate you. Oh, guys, I just don't get to grab them. Okay. Oh, maybe. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna grab that. I'm just gonna move this to the end. Ta-da. And I will move you guys now. Separately. Because that's what this card likes to do. Ta-da! Same thing. Looks like the exact same cart you guys were in before. Yay! And as you guys get through there, I need to make this map a little bigger. Oh no!
I got bad news for you.
I know. I'm sad. This is everything sucks. Everything is not awesome. Everything's not cool when you're part of the team.
For your guys' information, for Roll20, when you make the map bigger, it only applies it to the bottom and the right.
It's the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing ever.
It will not. You
It
don't
just-
get to choose what side to make larger.
Yeah, anyways. The cave continues onwards a little bit further. Let's go back to freehand. Let's go back to black. I knew this was going to happen too. Like, I knew this was coming. I just didn't mentally prep myself for the awfulness of what it was. You guys see the cave entrance. And there are big stone pillars. And you just see, it looks like there's a opening to the north from here, from what you can tell.
Oh, this is something. What do the pillars look like? Are they like? Do I recognize them? Are the architecture at all?
They are massive stones. They look, unfortunately, nothing like you've seen before. And
But are you sure?
I will find out, won't we? They're not dwarven, from what you can tell. But they look like they've been crafted by fine craftsmen, but they're just not up to dwarven par of how they've been crafted.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you guys, oh yeah, that's where you guys are at. So you guys see that, you see like an entrance coming out from there.
I begin moving towards the entrance.
Okay.
Or exit in our case.
Sure.
But I'm going to do a perception check
Mhm.
to make sure. I'm looking for traps or illusions or something similar so that we don't like accidentally set an alarm off.
Mhm. Yeah, nothing that you can see. However, you will notice as you approach the pillars on both sides, there seems to be a similar scanner that you saw on the rock that you left at the previous entrance or exit, depending on which way you want to look at it.
Well,
What?
I'll give it a little beep because I am an employee of the cult.
Nice, yeah. It scans, and nothing happens.
Wow.
Well, that's not great. Uh, let's see where this cave goes, guys.
Try
And
the
I
other
continue-
one.
Before we
Oh
leave,
yeah, try the other one. Smart. Good one, Cromwell. Go
You-
beep this one too.
You beep this one, nothing happens.
You
I
know,
think you need a beep too at the same time.
yeah, I was just gonna say that, but we don't got to, so tough luck, right?
And as you guys are talking, I need. Which way are you facing, Ulrich, at this point? After you put the
And I'd
symbol,
be-
you're facing north. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
As you do that, you see sand slowly start to fall,
Fuck.
and it seems to be coming
Yeah.
towards you.
But like in the, so there's an exit to outside.
There's an exit outside that you can see, and
Okay.
slowly you just see sand flowing from that exit, and you don't know where the sand's coming from, and it's rolling
Well, it's-
towards you guys.
One of those magic fuckers. So you know
Mhm.
that's how everything is explained by Ulrich.
Yes, of course.
He's like, well, we got two choices here, boys. We can run out of here and be stuck on the other side, or head back right now.
can we make it past that sign? I just kind of imagine it from how you describe it, it's rolling
I
in.
still think we should have gone to see the magic man before we came here. We
Yeah,
could
yeah,
have gotten
Biggin, it's
some
too late for that.
intelligence.
Look, Biggin, you're making a great point at this point. I admit you have a point. However, we gotta make a decision.
I'm going to beat this horse until it's dead. Maybe a bit more further.
Sand is continually to rolling down.
Yeah.
We'll just
what-
go forward.
What Ulrich
But
seems
just-
like steps in front of him.
We'll just go
as
forward.
out of character, would we make it past the sand, or is it like I'm
Yes.
almost imagining like water running in?
From what you guys can see currently, you could make it through the sand.
Okay.
Let's go.
Well,
Yeah,
we
as
didn't
soon
come all
as-
this way to turn around.
As soon as everyone makes it through, then I'll go as well.
Okay,
I'll
who's
make sure
going
that
first?
everyone makes it.
One second. Before we go, I would like to gather the group together and use bless.
Okay, I was like, we don't really got a whole lot of time, you boys.
I would
Okay,
just
so you
like
drop
to use
the
bless.
you drop the little
I-
Avenger.
I dropped the
thing.
little
Okay.
Avenger and I use bless.
Okay, cool. Nice. I like it. And cool. Who's going first?
Ulrich can go. Cromwell, you go.
Athletics
Okay,
or
I'll go.
acrobatics to get through? Yeah, you run up and you pound right through that sand and you get through. I'm just gonna put you. 1 second. Sorry, I was looking at a different map on my main screen. I'm just gonna put you there, but you're through. And we'll get to what you see after the other guys kind of rush in, if they do.
Warren, go.
Athletics or
Go in.
acrobatics? Ooh,
Oh.
you run in, hit the sand, and the sand pushes you back.
Yikes.
And then
I'll
I'm
try.
like, Biggin, go.
Right. Athletics, you said?
Or
Or
acrobatics.
acrobatics.
The way I see this is you could like try to like somersault or like flip your way through it, or you can just bum rush it.
I'm gonna muscle it.
Yeah, you bum rush it real good, and you get through the other side and pop out next to Cromwell.
And I'm gonna get behind Elwarin and push him
Okay.
as
You
I
system.
go through as well.
Okay, cool. So both of you make athletics or acrobatics rolls, and you will get advantage Elwarin because Ulrich is pushing you. Okay, so Elwarin, you
I
get through.
love it. This is amazing.
Elwarin gets through, but as his final butt that Ulrich is pushing on pops through, Ulrich gets buffeted back by some sand, and he doesn't make it through. And Ulrich, you can tell that time's running out on you getting through this sand wall.
Yeah.
You see the sand piling up. It's gonna be rough soon if you don't go through.
Yeah. Could I get another athletics or?
I was gonna say, can we?
Can I reach out from the other side?
I was thinking to throw a rope.
Yeah, so let
Would that work
me describe the scene that you guys are. As you guys get through and you turn around, there is no cave. There's no entrance.
Well, shit.
And you don't even see sand, honestly, from where you're at. It's dirt, and you see some mountains around you.
It's fucking Harry Potter's platform.
Okay. So there's nothing in our like
Nothing that
the
you
way we
can
looked
see.
at-
Nothing that you can see when you turn behind you. You can make checks of sorts to see if something actually exists there, but you see nothing when you turn around.
Just out of surprise, can I just reach my hand and try to touch whatever wall is there?
As you try to reach back, you feel solid wall. So maybe I didn't describe this well enough here. Let me draw it a little bit. Maybe I'll make a little bit more sense. Sorry. So where you guys are standing, it feels like you guys are in a valley, and there's a solid rock wall behind you, and there's just rock and dirt in front of you.
But
Better
Ulrich
fucking
does-
roll well,
does-
dude.
This is a heck of a journey together, guys. Ulrich died doing what he loved, saving Elwarin.
Yeah, I didn't realize Ulrich was leading us after this episode.
No, you still have time, Ulrich. I was just explaining to them.
Can I get another
Yeah,
athletics
yeah, yeah.
check?
You feel like you have time for maybe 2 more if you're lucky.
Oh God.
So
Oh, no.
as you get there, your head gets through, but you can't get the rest of your body through. So what the group sees. Sorry, I'm still in the draw mode, and I somehow went there.
Does head
Oh,
stick
The
I
group
would like
sees
to
half.
react.
The group sees your head and shoulders through with your shield kind of like next to it, but the lower half of your body didn't make it, and you feel sand pouring into your pants.
Athletic
But that's
check.
it. So wait, DM.
Huh?
I turn into a spider. I'm assuming that because I'm a spider.
You're-
If I were to
you're-
turn into a spider, could I?
You want to turn
not
into a
yet,
spider?
I'm
is what you're
wondering.
saying. Okay.
If I turned into a spider, could I walk over the sand, and carry his ass
So,
through?
like I said to you, it's a rock wall from what you can see. But what Ulrich is feeling is his pants filling with sand. And Cromwell grabs his. Can you grab his shield, not to the man's head? If you want to grab the man's head, feel free. Grab him by the beard,
I
perhaps.
didn't realize I could see his shield. I thought you just said head and shoulders.
And then I
Grab
said,
his
and
shield,
you
grab his
see
shield.
his shield kind of pop up with his arm.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Yeah, I'll
but
I'll
the way I'm
snag his shield.
imagining Cromwell's, he's running through with his shield in front of him to kind of like
Yeah.
block the sand from his
I'll
eye.
grab Cromwell's belt and make a strength check and try and assist
So-
pulling him through.
Cromwell already.
Yeah,
got,
so
like,
I'm gonna say
a-
the 23 pulls him through, and he is through. But his pants, Ulrich, your pants are full of sand.
These are hazards.
These are hazards of the job. Yes. Here, let me.
Best case scenario, they're sending it down.
Well, that was a close one, boys.
Ulrich, and then you all hear the BigYin kind of change his voice and say, "I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets in everywhere."
You're telling me.
Does anyone get out of character?
Yeah.
Did anyone get that? Thank you.
Super mean.
Thank you. Yep. Super meme.
Yeah. So like Ulrich's like shaking his leg, trying to get. Right. Well, that could have gone worse.
Well, I appreciate the help once again, Ulrich.
You know, that's what I'm here for. Well, and I look around. I'm like, this is not what I was expecting at all. Where are the cultists?
1 second, I'm working on that. Apologies.
Yeah.
Um,
You're like, oh, don't worry. There's cultists.
I was like, don't you
I'm
guys worry.
working on that.
You guys are gonna see some shit soon. Don't you fucking worry about that. All right. I think I'm ready. I think my map will load and I'll be able to see shit. We'll find out. I was a fool. I see nothing. Do you guys see something at least?
No, it's just black.
Nope.
God damn it! 1 second. I knew I was gonna do something wrong.
Are tokens on the map?
Yes, that's the tragic part of this scenario that I'm living with.
Are they the right token?
Yes, I double checked that myself. Let me double check. They should all be on. Okay. Because in my model, you guys can see everything, which is making me concerned. You should be able to see something, but let's. Yeah. 1 second. I'm working on it.
If you click on one of our tokens and do Control
I
L,
did,
you
yes.
can see what we see.
And that's why I'm confused. I'm sad because you guys don't see it currently for some reason. Let me check this one. Okay. That one can see. Let's check this one. This one can see. Excellent. Can this one see? This one can see as well. Wow. Can this one see? This one can see. Wow. What the fuck?
Do you have night vision on for us?
Yes, I do.
Huh?
And the best part is I have night vision for my little like DM frog too, and it doesn't see nothing either.
What if we emanate light?
See, I would like to do that, but that might fuck you guys. But 1 second, let me.
Well, we're not actually, but it might.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Like, I
see
had it
everything
set up.
again.
Yeah, I had it set up.
Holy fuck, this map is huge.
Yes, it is. So as you guys kind of get through, and you guys are kind of like finally like adjusting to your surroundings, the rock wall is still behind you, with walls of mountains kind of all around you. And why is there who drew this?
Cromwell.
Well,
Oh
didn't mean to do that. That's scary. Oh, I somehow drew something. Okay. And in front of you, you see a fortress. Is what it looks like. A large stone building all around you. You're good. You're good.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna run to this corner.
Okay. Run to the corner.
And I'm like indicating, like, get over here.
I will follow Ulrich into the corner.
Has Pass Without Trace dropped at this point?
Yes. It's been more than an hour.
So let's just say before they all run off, I've recast Pass Without Trace, and I
Is that
will
a second level
actually.
spell or first level?
It's a second level spell at concentration, but I didn't burn any of my second level spell slots.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
I'm keeping track in my head of what spells you guys have.
Burn it again,
Cool.
and so we all have +10 to our stealth rolls again.
Okay. Cool.
And Ulrich's like, all right, probably just shouldn't be standing out in the middle of nowhere. So he's
Probably
like
not.
pressed up against the wall.
It's like, are you not noticing this look of concentration on my face, laddie?
Well, I'm just explaining why we're here. We're gonna go in, right?
Aye, as
No.
you wish, as you wish.
We gotta bed down somewhere.
Then we done it. Got a day and a half before we have to leave.
Well, yeah, we're gonna need a little bit of thinking time.
I am
to figure
not-
out how to get back.
I am so mad right now.
Ulrich is excited.
Motherfucker.
Ulrich is
Big
excited.
Motherfucker.
Trust me, BigYin. I know exactly how you feel right now.
If my family suffers for this, I will crush you, little man.
Yeah, and that'll be fine. We'll come to that when we get there. You know, let's not burn bridges. We got a whole day and a half. Who knows?
We
what can
have
happen
less
in
than a day and a half. We have
We got
a
a-
day. We have a day.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Well, even
Fair
a day.
enough.
So it is.
Quarters of a day.
So it's
Now-
4:30 a.m. roughly. You guys can tell.
Mind you, we could be closer.
I'm aware.
We could be a day closer.
Or a day farther away.
All right. Well, Elwarin, let's look on the. Let's not look at the negatives here. Let's try to be positive.
I'm rushing in. Like you just see me start stomping up. No.
All right, Ulrich. What's the game plan here?
We should
Well-
have talked to the wizard.
Again, you're making great points. It's a little late though. It's all
They
I'm
should
saying.
have listened to me, you wee idiot.
Well, let's not
We
go
might-
that far.
Well, I mean, if we go that route,
Which part?
we might.
The part about you being a wee idiot, or the part that you should have listened?
We
Well,
could also.
Us listening. I was a wee idiot. That's true.
Well, we still don't know what would have happened if we gone to the wizard. I don't want to claim that would have helped our situation right now. So we're here. Let's figure out
Now,
what we can do.
I'll be honest. My plan: go in, verify they're cultists. I bet they are, and kill them all.
It's quite a big fortress that we're trying to.
Well, that's what we gotta do, room by room.
Okay.
Okay. So what you guys doing? Where are you guys moving to?
We don't have Lando. We're fucked. So what's the plan? Are we gonna sit here and wait?
Also, if we're gonna be fighting in rooms, that's not to my advantage. But I'll figure it
Well,
out.
all right, yeah, but like it is a fortress.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that.
You guys are leading yourselves around the corners and around the walls, and as you
I'm
guys get around
assuming
the
this is
corner,
a
And-
door.
yes, you see a
Just
door.
remember, for an hour we do all have +10 to our stealth again. The
Oh
big
yeah, I
yin
guess
was
we
nice
should be
enough
stealthy.
to burn another spell slot and make sure that we were stealthy as shit before he realized that, oh my god, we're not gonna make it to the fucking fortress.
That's a 19, buddy.
I know it's so good, but man, that 30 would have been dope.
Oh, it would have been sick if only you weren't wearing the big ass armor
I
you
know.
were in.
19's still great.
Yeah, I agree. That's a 13 for Cromwell, 27 for
27
BigYin.
for the big yin. Quiet as a fucking mouse.
Yeah, moving for this true sneak boy with the 35. All right, cool. Cromwell is the loudest of all of you guys, but 13 may or may not be good, may or may not be bad.
Whoop. I'm gonna check the door. See if it's locked.
So describe to me how you're checking this door, if you don't mind.
There's a handle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take the handle and turn it
Left, right, sideways.
as if I was opening a door. Like a person does.
I'm just making sure, man.
Yeah.
Ulrich does
And
some
then
weird shit sometimes. We're just trying to make sure I know what I'm doing.
very slowly, as if it's like a horror game.
Excellent,
I'm
excellent.
gonna do that.
As you do that, you turn it all the way and you begin to push it open, and it doesn't move.
All right.
Have you tried pulling?
Sure, I'll try pulling as well.
It also doesn't move then. That's an excellent thing that you guys have done there, though. I appreciate that.
Do I notice if there's a deadbolt?
Make roll investigation for me, please.
To see a deadbolt? Okay.
You'll see why.
All right, fair enough.
You see no deadbolt,
Okay.
which is making this all the more confusing to you.
Maybe they boarded it up or whatever.
Sure.
You never know. People are crazy. And then he's just gonna. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm. You peer into this room. You see.
And he's gonna crouch and go around,
Okay.
and then see a guy, and then keep going. Actually, before he keeps going, perception. I'm gonna see if I can tell if he's a cultist.
Well, now you give me 1 second there, good sir. This is something that I gotta read. Making me read the tragedy.
You're like,
Oh lordy. Oh lordy. You have stumbled upon something great, you have. If only your eyes could see it.
Yeah.
As you hear, I need to move my little guy so you can also see what the hell's happening here. We'll do this. He'll fucking live in the room. Why the fuck not? Yeah. As you kind of see a table, and on the table you just see a bunch of different instruments of magical properties, and you see a dude in a cloak, but I mean it could be any dude for all you know.
Yeah. Fucking
He's actually wearing a white robe, and he has a mask on, but it's not made out of stone. But you can't tell what it is with your perception from what
Sure.
you can see.
Then we will continue going down.
He doesn't seem to be. He didn't move the entire time you're watching him, for whatever that's worth.
I'd actually like to take a peek in that window just
Okay.
to see if I can notice anything else.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it. Move yourself there.
I'm having a really hard time with that. So like,
Would you like me to
here,
move you
is this
for
good
him?
enough?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Is
perfect.
that good enough?
Yeah, it's perfect.
And perception.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Okay. Yeah, you see same thing, a white robe with what looks like to you a feather mask,
They're
and
cultist.
this person is not moving. It's just he or she is just standing there.
Like unnaturally rigid.
Yes.
I'll tap Ulrich on the shoulder. I'll say, the way that man was standing, that thing was standing, I didn't think it was a man. I think it was too unnatural. There's nothing naturally stands that still.
Maybe it's one of them explosive barrel things that y'all were talking about. Fire coal.
Maybe.
This whole thing's rigged to go up. Won't that be exciting? See, it continues forward. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Same thing for this guy.
Same thing
door.
happens. Yep, same thing happens. You push and pull.
Do another
No avail.
investigate.
Mhm.
What is up with these doors?
So as you peer at this door, you don't see any of the things that you said earlier, the deadbolts.
Mhm.
But as you peer through the side, you see rock seems to have come across and closed it, but there's no deadbolt.
So it's just like being held from behind by rocks.
It looks
Or
like
rock.
so. It looks like if there was a deadbolt, there's no like way to turn the deadbolt off, but there's a rock that slides in like a deadbolt would.
It's like a magical lock.
Sort of, yes. Yeah, you could surmise that.
Hey, you're a druid. You do stuff with the land, I guess. Can you mess with rocks? I've heard that happening.
Well, I could possibly turn it into something that could mess with the rocks. I'm not schooled with elemental magics.
Maybe we like put a knife in there and try to. Can I try to break the lock or like pick the lock? Essentially. Or...
If you use a dagger or something small and thin, you could attempt to get it within where like the door is and like where you see this rocky deadbolt.
Say a crowbar.
Sure, make it an intelligence check for me before you do that.
Intelligence. I have one of those.
Yeah, you kind of look at it and you realize if you were to crack open this lock with your crowbar, you're not sure. It's possible, but it's going to be rough. We'll say that. You think it's possible, but it's going to be hard to do.
Well, you're going to continue on. Looking in here.
Yeah.
Normal thing. Perception.
As you get in there.
Fuck.
Yeah, you see some people sleeping on the ground.
Anyone else can like peer in there as well.
I'm
by the
gonna
way.
this time I'm gonna peek in there as well.
You see some people sleeping on the ground. It's great.
Keep going. At this point, Ulrich's just going to assume that it's all the same sort of people. Maybe explosives were to explode until we get to this door.
Okay. Cool. BigYin, you see 5 people sleeping on the ground. They are all in black cloaks, but they're not wearing masks currently.
I recognize any of the faces.
No, you've never seen them before. And you notice this like in this room and in this room, as you're kind of walking through with your 20. I'll just let you keep that. You just see people sleeping. As it is.
But I do see their chests rise and fall.
Yes. And you know it's 4:30 a.m. still, like maybe getting closer to 5, so like sun isn't up yet still.
Okay.
Wait, BigYin, are you sharing that information?
I'm passing every piece of information through clenched teeth, very, very frustrated at this point.
You said that BigYin noticed that they were humans?
Well, they're people. Like, they're alive. Like, they're breathing of some sort. Whether they're humans or...
bipedal entities.
Yes.
Humanoid.
Okay. Humanoid creatures that are breathing.
Okay, just out of character... I guess, would it be smart to create a distraction while we try to go into this building?
Probably not, since they're already asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Never
we
mind
can just
then.
like wipe them up while they're asleep. Coup de grace, baby.
Coup de grace, baby, indeed.
And then I'll try this door.
Same thing.
All these goddamn... Look, alright. Now I'm getting frustrated. BigYin, I'm on your side here. All these goddamn doors.
Would you like me to turn into something large and just kick the door in?
You
Well,
could try
that
to
kind
force the door if you would like.
Kind of defeats the purpose of the whole getting them while they're sleeping thing.
So as you guys kind of approach this section, and do you guys turn back at all? Or are you guys just looking just straight up and like to the sides?
What do you mean by straight up?
So the way I'm imagining you guys doing this is like Kronk going along the walls without the as he's going down. So like your back is to the wall. Then you guys, as you see a window, you kind of peer up and look, and then go back to like crawling, like backs
well,
down.
right now I'm looking at the door. 'Cause I'm
Sure.
trying to open the door.
But I'm saying like to here though, you guys are like looking in
Yeah.
the south, correct?
Yeah.
So as you guys kind of look south, you see a trail that kind of goes into the mountains, and you guys think you recognize these mountains.
Great.
So wait,
Okay.
hang on. This revelation that I recognize the mountains,
Mhm.
I pull out the map and see if I can recognize any of the visible topography to, where we were when the Aarakocra pointed out where the cultists were.
Well, yes, you can. You feel like you're somewhere in this area, based on the mountains that you see around here. It looks like
We've
the
been
the southern mountains you see
You
down
again?
here
Okay.
look
Could you
like
again just make a point out to me where that fortress is, where we're supposed to be in another 1.5 days?
Here, let's go back to the map just so I can make sure I'm
We
telling
are
you accurately.
closer.
You guys are roughly here, and you guys are trying to get Grudhog is here, and y'all are trying to be somewhere in between here and this part of the forest.
Okay, so
Oh.
we basically moved like we've achieved like half a day's worth of travel
But you don't have a
getting to
cart.
this fortress.
You don't have a cart, so the cart travel was the 2 days.
Yeah.
Because like
But
this
we
is
have a mine where you started earlier.
sure. I'm just trying to get a distance count for y'all. From where
That's
you
fine.
are to the forest, it's roughly 100 miles. Back to the other map. Hopefully I get it right this time. I think I did. Yeah, I did. Hell yeah.
Why is all the doors locked without an actual? Why no one used locks? Elwarin.
I use
You got-
magic to examine the lock.
Sure, we can make an Arcana check. I feel like I'm missing a map. It's really irritating me now that I think I'm missing a map. I'm gonna cry if I'm missing a map. That means I have to make the map, and you guys don't want that.
Elwarin, I know you're more of a ranged fighter, but do you happen to know anything about locks?
I do not know.
That damn idiot ran into the woods. Man, really could have used him about now.
I say we just kick the bloody door
So-
in and get the fight started.
As you look down, you see that there's like I was explaining to Ulrich before, stone kind of pulled around. It feels like there is a magic on the other side of the door that is used to lock it and unlock. But there seems to be no symbols or anything like that around the door on this side to unlock it.
I'll ask him for the cult symbol. Give me the cult
Yeah.
symbol.
I'll hand it over.
Based on your description, and I'll explain what I'm doing. Now, since you laddies didn't even think to ask me if I had any ideas, I'm going to explain this. And I'll take the cult symbol and I'll focus on the lock.
Mind
And
if I
I'll
move you to the
align.
door?
I'll push a little bit of my energy, just kind of like some of the ambient energy around me, not pushing a spell slot. And I will put the symbol against the lock and twist the right.
Man, I hope it doesn't work. Just 'cause like you're so smug.
It doesn't work.
Motherfucker. It would have been cool if it worked.
Would've
though.
been
It would
cool.
have.
Would've
It
been
would
cool.
have. Yeah.
Why couldn't you let me have it just so I could have looked cool once?
You've looked cool
Because
multiple
it's
times in this
fuckable.
campaign.
Ulrich's like, huh?
I'm just really mad right now.
Sure, yeah. Maybe that's why it didn't work. Who knows?
Well,
It's bullshit.
How high are those walls of this fortress?
Looks like about 20 to 30 feet, depending on what part of the wall you're looking at.
And
All
is
right.
are there like multiple stories? Is this?
It seems like one story from what you can see.
Here's what I'm thinking. Let's do a perimeter. See if we can actually get into any doors. If not, then I think we come back and bust down the door. Maybe a
5
side
o'clock.
door.
It's roughly
Yeah, I was
five.
gonna say
It's almost well past dawn. They'll be awake before we get around this whole building.
As you guys would know, dawn is roughly between 6:30 and 7 from where you guys are in the mountains.
It's 5:45 right now,
Around 5.
or 5 a.m.
Like, yeah, it was like 4:30. You keep like making it later and later in the day.
No, me or him?
We should definitely.
Wait, me or him?
Him.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was like, I thought I'd been very fair with the time, personally, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Sorry.
we can make it around this fortress without taking 2 hours.
I hope.
But I like the idea. Let's check. Let's go around, make sure we don't miss anything, and if we do decide to get into one of the doors, let's not use the front door.
I'm just gonna start walking while you guys are all talking.
Sure.
As you wish.
Are you guys peering through these windows at all?
yeah.
I am not.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Just make like one perception check for me, guys, and I'll just tell you what you guys see accordingly for all of them.
Oof.
Yikes.
All right, I'm just busy trying to keep up with Cromwell.
Yeah. Cool. So BigYin and Elwarin, as you guys kind of get through each door or each window, you see groups of people sleeping and humanoids. When you get to this one, however, you see multiple Durgar, the dark dwarves, and you hearken.
Those evil bastards.
You hearken back to two different instances where you've met them. One was in the first cave where you found DQ. Then you lost Arden. And the second time is when you met Mr. Leader's group with the couple Duragar. But they're all asleep.
How many stairs are there? Oh, how many can I see?
See 6 Durgar, and you see, as you kind of crane your neck, you see 3 other humanoids sleeping in the back corner. Here, you see a bunch of people sleeping, and it's a cafeteria-looking space with plenty of like tables and chairs, and people are just sleeping kind of all over the place without a care in the world. You get there, it's a bathing space of some sort, or toilet space. Oh god, what have I done? As you get over here, see a bunch of people sleeping around. Looks like a kitchen. You see food and cooking utensils and ovens and stoves. You guys get to this door, same thing. You try to push and pull, and you notice that there's the stone lock that has no way for you to change it. Same thing, and you guys are back to the back where you guys started.
Then I'll head back over this way.
Okay. And so, yeah, as you guys peer in here, you notice that there's looks like 4 people sleeping, and you don't see a person when you look through the side that's in this immediate space. You see food stuff and trash.
We tried. I'm gonna try to bash open the door.
I think it's time for me to wreak havoc inside.
Okay.
Ulrich can go on 3 to Cromwell, indicating like you do your havoc while I'm busting open the door.
Sounds good. And I don't really know, kind of out of character, I don't really know exactly how this works. So
My guess is you would make a lot of noise. From...
No, I'm trying to use Crown of Madness.
There's
I'll
sleep.
post it.
So
Yeah,
that's
see,
kind
that's
of
the thing
tricky.
is, I don't know if I can use it while they're sleeping.
I don't see why not necessarily.
It doesn't say I can't.
Yeah, I don't see why not necessarily. Go ahead and post in the chat. Just so I can make sure. I'm understanding.
You
So it is asleep. So the one thing is it's asleep, and its action is that it's sleeping. So you'd have to wake it up before casting this if you want anything to happen with your Crown of Madness on them. So you could cast it while they're sleeping. Maybe it lands, maybe it doesn't, and then you'd have to wake them up to actually do anything with this crown on them. Otherwise, you're just maybe you can make some bad dreams. I don't know, kind of up to you. But like they're still asleep.
But if you would cast it on them, and then we would break in the door, they would most likely wake up.
Yeah. You could preemptively cast Crown of Madness. Concentration 1 minute.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, fuck it, dude. Let's just cast and see what happens.
Okay.
I'll do it on this guy because that's the guy I can see.
Ulrich looks back and sees that you were like just standing there still. He's like, hey, Elwarin, and hands him a bottle of oil. This is more what I was thinking. I like take some of my hemp cloth and shove it in the top. I'm assuming you know what to do with this.
Yep.
What's happening?
Fucking Molotov through the window.
Through in the window, yeah.
That's the chaos I was expecting. I like the Crown of Madness, don't get me wrong. I think the three of me busting in, Crown of Madness, Firebomb, in through the window all at once will cause some
Whoops.
definite chaos.
Oh, so I guess DM, you have to tell me on whether they save or not.
yeah, I'm about to roll that, so we're gonna find out, won't we? That is, you see a crown of thorns with gray energy leaking off of it, attached on the head of this person as they sleep.
Yeah, and I say to Elwarin, like, hey, I put my Crown of Madness on this guy, so try to throw your fire over this way.
And then all goes 3, 2, 1, and then bust in the door, or attempts to bust in the door.
And at the same time, I'll throw in the Molotov.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna need a couple different rolls from y'all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So Ulrich, I will need an attack roll on said door with a AC that I am coming up with as we speak. And Elwarin, you need to make an acrobatics or athletics throw to toss this into said room. Wait, you're using a battle axe?
Yeah, dude.
On a stone
My
door.
weapon. It's my weapon.
Okay, all right, just making sure. Just making sure. Okay. No, sorry, I take it back. Not acrobatics. I think this would be athletics because you're tossing the thing.
Really?
Or hear me out. Just straight dex.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand or straight dex. Yeah, I think that would be better. Because acrobatics doesn't make sense to me after I said that.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
Oh no.
Now let me explain simultaneously what has happened here. Ulrich, do you say anything or make any sounds as you like heft your battle axe into this door?
No, I just counted down and then.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So he swings, and there's a strong clang of the battle axe hitting the stone door. Sparks fly off the battle axe, and the door remains shut. Elwarin at the same time tosses this Molotov into the room. It goes into the room and lands just outside the door, and it's still on fire, but it didn't explode when it landed in the room. He like gingerly tossed it. I'm just going to say, and you can correct this if you want, this is probably your first time handling a Molotov cocktail as a wood elf ranger.
Yeah.
Probably not the first thing you've ever done before. And it just lands nicely on this food right here, as you guys can see. And you just see the fire slowly trickling down into the bottle of oil. And after about 30 seconds,
Can I like keep attacking the door?
Yeah. So yeah, so we'll say it takes 5 rounds for this ticking time bomb, literally, of explosiveness to go through.
Wait, did none of these guys wake up during that first like loud noise?
No. Okay, so this one though. This one, Ulrich slams his battle axe into this door, and you hear a crack as the door swings open. One second, I need to switch over to this. Let's move this over here. The door opens with a loud crash as it stumbles back and hits its back wall. And this sound, unfortunately, awakes all the guys in the room.
Great.
And we're going to roll some initiative. No, we're going to end it there. We're going to end it there for the night.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks, everyone.